Hello, everybody. Protect your ears.
I think Trump's actually gonna win this fucking thing! Oh, Jesus Christ! I'm so pissed off! Fuck! Fuck! What the fuck?
I am so frustrated!
Stop. Stop.
I'm done with you! I'm done with you and your mother and your sister!
Welcome, everybody. I only watched like 30 seconds of that. Saw two clips in it that I liked. I was like, all right, where's what we're rolling with? Welcome, everybody.
That second to last clip wasn't about the John, but it did fit.
The girl crashing out on the wall.
Yeah.
Freaking out on the floor. Yeah, I don't think it had. I'm pretty sure I've seen that thing before.
Yeah, it's from a domestic violence situation. Funny enough, I watched that whole story. I followed the guy who was doing the filming.
Zucker, look at you having an inside scoop.
Yeah, I mean, it was wild. I mean, how life algorithms work that you play that, where that plays, that clips in there, and I just watched.
Isn't it small how small, like how crazy and small the world is? And it would just immediately go to that. Also, I updated our thumbnail. Our thumbnail looks pretty sweet. You look at your phone for it. Should have just popped up with you the notification.
Change the thumbnail. Oh, hell yeah!
That just took me like 2 hours to try and make in Microsoft Paint because I'm so illiterate in it. So, but all right, let's jump into the things that we knock out of the way first, and then that way we can talk about what actually would happen this week and what went down. So, all right, we are in football picks now. Going over last week, going into week 10 now.
Week 10.
Jay went 3-0 last week.
Greatest.
Taking himself to a nice 10-2 record for as of week 10.
The greatest.
And me just getting let down by just the absolute week. Well, I mean, everyone's got to win at least one time a year, right?
Got to.
And like thinking about it, there's a division rivals game, and they got to keep it kind of close, you know. It's got to be they know the playbook. But yeah, the Saints lost for me last week, taking me to a cool total of 7-5.
Not bad.
So
Almost at 5.
We're still up. We're still in the positive. And you know what else is crazy? My extras are 3-0. So in the extra category, if I can just swap out whatever my extra pick is for one of my main picks, I'll be right there. So, but what are you looking at this week there, Jay? What do you like money wise here?
Ooh. Nigga said this joint ain't hitting. Never. Not when I'm rolling. Anyway,
Dookie dog. That's what Dookie's say.
Every week, always
taking
bet
the Birds.
The Cowboys. Yep. Always go against the Cowboys.
Birds money?
Yeah. Yeah. Shit, you know, yeah, I'll take money. Fucking wins win. I like. You know what? I don't know. I don't know if Baker's playing, so I don't do want that, but I don't. Baker's playing. I like Vikings over Jags. I don't think Trevor Lawrence is playing. Don't matter. I like Vikings over Jags. I like it by 7. I think I
think so. I don't know what the injuries look like on the Vikings, but also I think the Vikings are coming off a bye. Didn't they? They play last week?
they did not play last week.
No, yeah, they did. They played the Colts.
Where do you see that at?
The 3rd.
Week
Sunday.
9? Oh, I do see that. I scrolled right past them. Yeah, see, I
Primetime
think
game.
the Eagles money line last week was something above 7. And when they played the Jags, and obviously it was 28 to 23, so they covered.
I do want to bring up though that I don't believe the Eagles have covered a spread in like 2 years. Like besides maybe like a hit one or two, like anything that's like usually under 3 points, they might cover that spread. They probably covered the spread against Cincinnati. Yeah, they definitely covered the spread against.
Yeah, definitely covered.
But usually, any games that they're predicted more than like 7, they have not covered in like a long time. But
Well, the reason I even just break because how like I was thinking more for the Jags versus Vikings. Like so, like the Jags were able to make sure that they were within the. I mean, they didn't give a fuck, but you know what I mean. Like the game, so I'm just like, damn, is it 7? Just give me Vikings straight up. Fuck it, fuck 7.
Vikings Mones.
And
Oh, I should try and see. Oh, we need viewers. We need people. We need people here. So we can see if the Kelsey brothers will sponsor us with this garage beer.
oh, Jesus Christ. Damn, it's the 3rd one that's like the one. Give me Patriots.
The Pats, huh?
With the points. Give me Pats with the points. Only 6 points.
Versus,
just
I'm saying
think
6.5.
Okay, never mind. Take it. I'll take it. I like it. Rookie QB with the Bears. Pats defense has always been good. Just rocking with the defense to fucking hold us to 6.
My picks for week 10. We are taking Chiefs, Monet. We are taking
That's interesting.
the Lions. Points. And we are taking Cowboys. Points.
Okay.
+7. So I'm taking the Chiefs money. Lions -3.5. Cowboys +7.
You think the Cowboys?
I think they're going to backdoor it into being within 7. Or they'll win.
See, I have such a. I'm not an Eagle fan. I have such a heart. I've heard this from Eagle fans.
The reason that I think that they're going to lose this week is because I think they're looking past this game because they're having way too much confidence. Like there's too much confidence in them to just go down there and just bust them up when you do have the Commanders on Thursday. So, and the beating the Commanders is way more of a priority than beating the Cowboys. Granted, you beat the Cowboys, their season's pretty much done. But like if you're trying to play for number one in the division, which I would think that would be more in
Then you want to win.
Head. Yeah, you want to win, but like it would be way better putting your focus on the win of the Commanders game than the win of the Cowboys game.
So
granted, they are both divisional games, but your Cowboy game is going to be less of a threat since they're 3-6 versus the Commanders, who are the number one in the division.
you think the Steelers have a chance to beat the Commanders? Because that's what you're saying.
I mean, it's not really a home field advantage for the Commanders.
Remember you talked that shit home field advantage in the Raven game. The Ravens almost lost that shit.
Yes, they did. I mean, but okay, who was that? Who were they playing?
Who?
Who were the Ravens playing that I was talking about?
They were playing the Commanders.
Yeah. Right down the street too.
Yeah. You were like, Commanders don't got no fans. Blah blah blah.
I still don't think they have the fans. I really don't think.
I watched that game. That game was
looking mighty red in the stands.
It was pretty loud when the Commanders were doing good.
All right, maybe they came out. Maybe they're riding with them since they're not Dookie Bottoms.
Down the street.
So yeah, that's just true too. And it's probably an upgrade from playing in their own goddamn stadium.
And I mean, it's a chance to see a football game.
Yeah,
like, you know what I mean.
I guess it's my extra. I gotta do this. I'm taking the Falcons for the points against the Saints.
I mean, they did just trade their number one cornerback.
So,
but I mean,
the Falcons have been hitting for me like all year. So,
see, my one,
and I'm only doing that. I'm only putting that in there to just spite the fact that the Saints literally just lost to the Panthers. Like, but dog, that should have been hands down easy lock.
Yeah,
and y'all fucked that up. Like
any given Sunday, man.
Yeah, man. I mean, I get anything can happen, but like
that's the problem with looking past teams. Then you lose the teams that you shouldn't have, and now you
it's that look ahead shit.
Yeah, and then you might lose that second. See, that's the thing with the look at like it's. If I was the Eagles, I'm looking ahead, but I'm trying to catch both dubs by looking ahead. So what I'm doing with the Cowboys is I'm coming out and I'm trying to smoke you niggas. I'm trying to make it 42-0 going in the half type shit where Jalen can sit down and all my niggas can rest. And that way we niggas get a little rest going into Thursday. But I can't afford to really have you niggas in a close game.
Yeah, but I think that's what they were trying to do with the Jags game, which backfired in their face by like the game should have been put away at like halftime. But then they just they just kept fucking up and then let them come back. And then it made it a closer game than it needed to be. Like all that extra 2-point conversion bullshit. Like,
no, we're not doing none
when
of
you're
that.
up by 16, don't start going for 2.
No, not that type of shit. I just mean I want who the backup, whoever the backup is. I want him to come in. Defense, y'all niggas is playing, and we gonna play all fucking 48 minutes or whatever the fuck, like hard. We not doing prevent, none of that shit. Like niggas score. But like we not, you know what I mean? Like not that bullshit where niggas can catch up and nope. That's one thing also with prevent. Like if you're just gonna play prevent, fallback defense, you might as well just take your starters out. Like just take the starters out and just play full on.
Just play normal defense.
Yeah.
Let your new guys get in there and try and learn how to play.
But that prevent shit, what are you doing with this?
It's so annoying because you just watch the team just march up the field
Yeah.
by making short chunks. So, and especially depending on how much time's winding down, like you're gonna go for if you're not running nothing but prevent, they're just gonna keep running it on fourth down. So
I was like the Ravens game against the Bengals on Thursday. Next thing you know, boom, here go Chase, Jamar Chase in the corner of the end zone. Oh shit! Now we got a game. Like, what are you niggas doing? Play. I mean, granted, now Ravens have the worst pass defense in the NFL. So, y'all niggas definitely can't afford to be like, let's fall back.
yeah, I was never a fan of prevent defense. I think it's silly. Because you're just hoping for like your front line to just make a big play or to get through, and if that doesn't happen, it's definitely not going to happen by like the 9th play of the drive.
Right.
Like it's got to happen early because if they're not taking, if you're just run up to the line and playing next play, your guy's going to be fucking out of breath by the 4th play. So.
Yeah, it's insane.
All right, well, let's get to
who was it? Commanders Bears. Hail Mary. Prevent defense. One nigga's just like, fuck it. We talked to my homies in the stands and shit. No.
Yeah, and then Bull ends up catching that ball.
Line.
Everybody jumps up, and the one man's just back there, and it just lands right in his pocket.
Like,
and everyone's just sitting there dumbfounded, like, what? What just happened? Did they just win?
Down the field.
And then they immediately went to the fucking NFL store and bought all of that Bulls jerseys.
Yeah.
The backup quarterback jerseys.
Yep. Anyway.
All right. Let's talk about what happened this week. So elections happened this week here in America, here in the great states of America. And how are you feeling? How was your feeling of the night off? Like Tuesday night, give me a feeling of what's going on. What's going on in the house of Jay?
Well, I was at Home Depot until 8:30.
You had to get home, and they weren't. They didn't get like.
They did.
They started getting counting, but like they didn't get to like really busting down some of the numbers until like 11 o'clock.
Well, yeah. But like I wanted to see from like the beginning. So like you asked me how did it go? So
yeah, all right, you can go ahead.
So it started at 8. So I'm like, damn, all right, 8:30, boom. I'm not expecting like counts to be in like that yet, like any type of number. So I go in the break room to go clock out. They got it on the TV. I look at the TV. Bitch got 22. This nigga got like 100 or something. I said,
yeah, that shit went crazy.
Hold on, wait. Let me do the math. 270. Hey, that nigga almost there already. This could be crazy.
I love how they have like the little fill-up bar at the top, and you're like, "Yo, let me do the math real quick."
Yeah. Like,
this joint's like halfway full, but let me break this down.
Well, I was just like, wait, like I was thinking of time frame wise. I'm like, he has this already, and it's only 8:30.
Yeah, it's only like 8 o'clock, and
like this shit might be over by fucking 10.
They've only could have counted like 20% of these jaws, right? Like,
shit. I mean, it was only like 3 states. Which was the crazy.
Yeah. The early.
Yeah. I mean, I get home. Well, first I'm listening to her on the way home.
I mean, honestly, you could have stamped like 3 of them. You know, like New York, you could have stamped that John early, blue. California, just stamp that John blue. Texas, you know, you're gonna stamp that John red. So,
yeah. I mean, and they were doing that. What's it called? But so shout out YouTuber Joe, Good Logic.
Is that how you were watching? You were watching through like you all didn't have like a TV going in the depot?
We did. As I said, when I walked to the break room to clock out, they had the TV on, and that's when I saw the numbers. I left.
Oh, I figured you were listening to it like at like on.
No, I had forgot. I had forgot like what time it was. I was just so focused on me having a half hour to leave versus whatever's happening in the world.
In perfect J fashion.
And like, well, no, not even necessarily that. Like, again, I didn't think there was going to be any number yet. So I was like, I at least got a half hour to not give a fuck. You know what I mean? Like it's going to be a lot of talking and whatever. So
Oh, that was crazy.
yeah, that was wild. He's like, oh, let me get on this joint real quick.
I was like, what the fuck was that? Thought I was seeing shadow people. But
I will
yeah,
say,
go ahead.
Good Logic is a fucking Jew, but it's fine. It's fine. He even isn't the biggest fan of himself. But anyway, so I'm listening to him. He's one of us. So he's talking and he's going over and he's saying some shit like he was just saying, oh, this one should be for him, and that gives him such and such. This one, this put, so he's doing his little projection shit as his shit's going on, and seeing how that shit go. I go make dinner, come back, not close, but that 22 isn't 22 no more. I'm like, whoa.
That joint jumped up to like 80 something.
Yeah, and his shit ain't really move like that. It was like 146 or some shit. I'm like, wait, hold on, let me do the math. Wait, she only this far away. She ain't even do these other states. Ooh, hold on now. This because the way Joe was talking, it's finna be a landslide. This was an ass whipping, and I'll see this one. It might not be. So then my heart started to get oh shit. Oh shit.
It was crazy. He's like, I'm pretty sure 2 episodes ago, you was like, yeah, I'm probably voting for Kamala. You're just trying to be on the right side of history.
I might have said that, but then last week, I said I was voting for Trump.
You see a bunch of flags waving, and you just start getting fucking patriotic and red.
Nah,
red faced.
No. I thought two weeks ago, I thought it was it. I thought it was for her. I was like, you know what? Something just tell me. I couldn't justify it in my brain, but something just told me, nigga, brace yourself. So I was just like, well, fuck it. But anyway, so then shit started getting later, and he was like, oh yeah, text me. This is ours. Oh, and then it was like, oh wait, he got a path. He got a path without Pennsylvania. He took Ohio. I was like, oh, it's over. Oh, he got the path without PA. Oh, it's over. We don't need it. Fuck it. And then he got PA.
Well, I know, like once they showed like the when they started showing the battleground Johns, and like they showed Florida, which I kind of had a feeling Florida was gonna go that way, but
once DeSantis won re-election, you knew it was gonna go Trump.
I mean, I honestly was like, I was thinking, I was like, I don't, because like they had stated that like the last place in Pennsylvania that would get counted was still like they still need to do Philly.
See, if you see with Joe, he would be checking back and forth between the Senate races and whatever, and obviously the presidential. You see who was winning the Senate. Oh, all right. Well, why would you vote a Republican senator, but then the state be blue?
Well, apparently, like back in the day, a lot of people would do that. Like a lot of people would be like, okay, I want the president to be this, but I'm going to go opposite on the House and the Senate. So that way it's like bipartisan, like it's not those all one team. Like a lot of people would do that back in the day because like this person was talking about this on the radio or whatever, legacy media bullshit.
They were dumb.
So I mean, and there was definitely I definitely thought there was going to be a lot more pushback on the McCormick Bull in here because he was like originally from like what is it Connecticut.
No, people like him.
Well, I mean, it would seem like it always seems weird to me that when I'm hearing like these races, like when Fetterman was going against Dr. Oz. It was like, well, Dr. Oz lives over in Jersey. He's lived in Jersey like forever. He doesn't live over here. So like, why would we put that bull? So, but then, I mean, Fetterman also had a stroke. So.
Oh, did you hear him on Rogan?
I heard a little bit of him on Rogan.
Much better.
Yeah,
much better.
Absolutely much better.
I'm becoming
Seems like
a fan.
He's made a huge comeback for him.
Yeah.
And that's good. I mean, yeah, obviously when you're going to have like a stroke, like immediately you're probably going to be it's going to be hard. gonna be rough for a little while. You probably have to try and make your thoughts.
Yeah, I was
Work for
talking to my
yourself.
coworker Amanda about. She's the one that made me look. Not made me, but told me to listen to him on Rogan. She's becoming a fan of him, and
The one thing I
She-
liked when he was talking about was the whole border thing that they
She-
both sides use it to. Thought that was a little insightful.
she was saying his wife is the reason why like he was out there in that condition. His wife was pushing him and shit. Like him and his doctors were like, "Hey, he shouldn't be out here riding." Like you know what I mean? And like,
Yeah, like bulls
She
out
was
here in
like-
fog. She's like,
no,
nah, he needs to get there in front of
no.
people.
Before the stroke, because he had the stroke while he was running and shit. So he was unhealthy leading up, and they were like, "Yo, you shouldn't be out here." She was like, "Nah, fuck that, get out here." And then he got out there, and
I
like,
need
all
that
stress
power.
gave him the fucking stroke, and then now it's like race time where everybody, all eyes are on you, and it's like, oh yeah, it's like, wait, what? But that was
That
his
shit,
wife's fault.
that shit like blows my mind sometimes. Like just the type of person, because like I don't, something about Fetterman doesn't seem like he's like the I'm grasping for power kind of bull.
No, he's not. He's just like one of us.
Yeah, that's what like it. But then it's like for him to have the wife who's like, I need you to get this power, so that way
Well,
we
you-
can get this status. John is like
Probably
that
never
just
thought
seems kind
about
of
it.
wild.
Probably never would even know. Like you probably wouldn't
Like
think
him
that-
or me?
him, but like
Oh.
even put yourself in like I don't know you think this of your girl now, but let's say you don't think this of your girl now, and then for all of a sudden for some reason you do
He
come
switches
into
up
some-
and he's like, "Yo, I need
Well, like,
I need
no,
power."
I'm saying
and-
like you come into power, like a position of power or a chance to come into position of power, and now she's pushing you on it. You're seeing a side of her that you never thought was there, but you guys were never in the position to see that side, so why would you ever? Like the nigga was a fucking regular 9 to 5er, so like yeah, she's not especially driving for like, but she's like, wait, what? We could be fucking senator?
Yeah, but, like, I don't know. It just seems
The
like
perks
you're
that
pushing.
come with that.
That's the
Yo.
part that rubs me wrong. It just seems wild. Like, yo, I'm gonna push you into putting in this. You just had a stroke, but you still need to get out here and hit this race, dog. We're gonna bundle you up, but like you're gonna have to say a couple words here and there. But I mean, I guess if the numbers are showing, and like they have full faith that you can bounce back, I guess. But it does seem totally wild that it's just like, no, we're gonna throw your health concerns completely out the window because this is a chance for us to up the social ladder. That seems absolutely crazy to me.
You could look at it like that, or you could look at it like I'm pushing you because this is a once in a lifetime opportunity, and yes, it might be a struggle now, but you will get better. And when you do get
Maybe.
better, you're gonna get better. Like what I'm
That's
saying,
not
like,
guaranteed with most
it's not
strokes. though.
guaranteed. No, it's not. But obviously for his
He
condition,
could have been
it was.
slump faced for the rest of his life, dude.
Sure,
Could have
but
been
as
stuck
long-
in a fucking chair, like. Wah.
Yeah, but he was never in the chair to begin with.
And I think the strokes are what put them in the chair, dog.
I don't know. I mean, maybe.
I'm pretty sure that's what.
Yeah,
put
now you
Rocky
say
in the
that. I don't know.
chair.
Bro, I've smoked this whole fucking. No, how you say that? Maybe you're probably right, but like he wasn't in the chair, is what I'm saying. Like he had the stroke and he wasn't in the chair. He had full mobility. Like he was good. So like, you look at it now, you're maybe he's at home like thanking his wife every day for keeping him
Yeah, I
on the
mean,
fucking
maybe
track because
Oh,
like
yeah.
he might be like now that he is better and he's able to articulate his points and everything, like who knows, this nigga might be able to fucking run for like a bigger like you know what I mean? I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, we'll
I just think of it like a jelly roll situation.
What he's
Like
doing.
maybe his wife is like a bunny. Not saying like Bunny would put Jelly Roll out there when he's like, but like, you know, she pushed him. Like she could easily been like, nah, bro.
Saw
this is-
greatness in him, and it's like,
Yeah,
you know, I
but, like, she
believe
was-
that you can
She was
you can
clearly
get through
cool,
this and still do this.
clearly cool, just living whatever life, making whatever money they were making. But it was like,
Was she, or was she secretly, superly, fucking angry? So then she was like, "This is our chance to get out of this."
no, what I'm saying is she got with him
need
when
to
he
get
was
in the
first.
country club. Yeah, it doesn't mean that you want you like. I don't think some people don't get together with the dreams of that they're both going to get out of.
I don't know
These
if
type of
Jelly Roll had the
situations.
dream of getting out. Like the way Jelly Roll tells his story, he was just an alcoholic, fucking just making music for shits and gigs and going to work.
Yeah, but I mean,
I was
don't know.
Bunny.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think.
He
Yeah,
wanted to
like,
straighten up his life for Bunny, and she.
I
you
don't
know what I
think
mean?
that the Jelly Roll Bunny story is like. I think that they were probably going. I don't think they would have come to the level of success if his music didn't hit. Like, granted, there's no like, he never meant for any of this music to take off like it did.
No, but I'm just saying the drive behind it and all that, like the push that she gave him. That's the
To
only
make
way.
the music.
Yeah, to put it out to the mat, like you should have just been like, "Hey, make your music and play." Like, but to do everything is how my brain equates possibly Fetterman. It's like, "Hey, just do this, get through this, and see what the fuck happens." Like, I'm here, I support you, all of that, whatever.
Yeah,
Or
I
we
mean,
can
I
keep
get
doing
it.
this. You know what I mean? Like, she could have just been like, "Hey, just be a small town person. Like, you make music for us. Like, use it as your therapy." But like, she saw more. Hey, pushed him to do more. Fetterman, hey, nigga. It's a little hurdle. Get over that shit, nigga.
Yeah.
You want to be
Possibly.
worried about how much you pay for gas, or you want to, just put the card in and fucking fill up every time.
Yeah, but like that still doesn't like that's still not the same as like the people who are born and bred to like do nothing but chase power.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Like those people I find are like that is so wild to me that like I mean granted if that's your whole circle and life circle and like what you know is going to I mean you know it's going to get
Or
you
the
into a
opposite.
place of like or yeah or it's going to destroy you.
No, I mean like
it's,
it could be the opposite. You could be the kid that was poor and was getting picked on and always saw like a Donald Trump and was like, I want to be him. I want to get up to that and use that as the catapult to be up to. You know what I mean? Like you don't have to be born in the I thrive for power.
Yeah, no,
Young,
that's not
like,
what
poor.
I'm saying, but like
Oh, okay.
I'm saying for like the people that like that are like you can obviously you can make it up there if you're poor and you see that, but like I'm talking about like the people who then team up with somebody, like guy and girl, they're teaming up and they all have this complete understanding that before like we are together to get up to the certain level. Like my goal is to push to being in this like point of power. Like we're gonna do everything that we can. Like and then that's what they're searching for.
You know where to starting school.
Yeah, I get it with like the small electoral type people and
they
like,
grant you a little bit of say, and then you be like, "Ooh, wait, what? This little bit of thing."
Do you remember them, Johns? Do you remember the crazy lies that the little kids
No.
spouting? You don't remember any of it? You never had a kid that was like, if you vote for me to be class president, every lunch will be fucking pizza day.
No, I don't.
Like things that you knew they had absolutely no control over. Like, yo, the water fountains, all gonna be soda.
Never.
Vote for me, no more homework.
Never.
And then the teacher's like, what?
Never.
Vote for me, no more teacher. Vote for me, 3 recesses a day, dog. You never had any of that? You don't remember any of those? Dog,
the thing is I was never a voter. Like I never gave a fuck.
It doesn't matter if you weren't voting or not. Like that was funny as shit.
Because like for that type of stuff, I'm zoning out. Like I ain't paying attention, bro. I don't give a fuck. Whoever win. Unless it was like a chick. Like I never voted, but like I pay attention like to whoever wanted to be homeroom girl or whatever the fuck that thing was.
Yeah, homegirl goes says, yo, if you vote for me for homeroom girl, I'm giving every dude in here a blowy on the morning.
What was the John that the chicks could be? Oh, I'm thinking of home prom queen. I'm
home whore.
Nah.
There
was something. We had a whole thing in Parent Crest. We had a whole thing, like a whole cabinet.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it was a club president. You had the treasurer, motherfucker, that was like in charge of like what we could do, and, like food and shit.
Yeah, they had one of them things in school too. Like for I didn't pay attention to that part of politics because they weren't doing anything fun, funny and cool. But they
but
were
they
like,
were the
"No, vote
ones
for
doing
me.
but that's
We
the
going down the
see,
street and go paintballing."
see, that's the thing. That's dumb kid right there, not knowing anything about politics. I'm going for the president who can do things. No, the treasurer who is in charge of the money and has the funds that would let the president do the things. Hey, you need to pay attention to who that person is. You need to like that person because Johnny running for president can't get you pizza every day if the treasurer says "fuck you."
Oh yeah, because that shit's funny.
I
Like
know.
they none of them ever did anything anyways. So
No,
like,
I did. Ours did.
yeah, ours never did. I
Ours
don't know
did.
what they did
I forget.
with the money.
We got some trips. We definitely got. Well, I don't know how much they really did versus told us they got credit for it, but they said they got us some things. They did do like we some of some trips that we wasn't necessarily like gonna go on.
And if they did give us some things, I'd definitely just chalked it up to the school doing that shit. Like
Yeah,
there was a
I-
gift. There was a gift shop like Morning Little John, but it sold coffee and snacks. That John was there for a little minute until I ruined that.
Yeah, my cousin ruined our shit.
I got hot coffee spilled on a bitch's lap. Probably ruined her whole reproductive organs and shit.
My cousin threw
Crazy.
a cup of hot coffee on a girl.
Isn't that crazy that just coffee just ruins? You just give kids hot coffee, dog. It just ruins these morning shops.
Yeah, you
Those
can't do
shops,
that
just
shit.
hot coffee, just not don't work, dude.
I was so mad, yo, because I would love to go in the morning. Go in the morning.
I was
every
pissed
day.
too because I didn't even do nothing.
French
I just-
vanilla.
Like I grabbed a bag of chips. I was like, I'm taking these Johns, and they were like, the one boy was like, "Yo, bro, let me get them chips back." I was like, "All right, yo." So I threw the chips back at him, and for some reason, like he jumped like across the room to catch these Johns. Like I'm standing in the doorway, and like he's across me, and I'm there where the doorway is. There's a
Mhm.
hot pot of coffee on the warmer that's like on top of the machine
Oh,
that
you
makes
had
it.
pots. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. And there's a girl sitting next to the machine in a chair. So I'm already out the door. I tossed it like, and this was not just like up in the air, like this was coming to him.
Mm-hmm.
It smacked him in the face. He was in motion, jumping across the room. It smacked him in the face. He then hits the coffee machine, knocks the pot of coffee right into this chick's pussy. It was crazy. Because she immediately just starts screaming. Ah! Your jeans are soaked with hot coffee.
Oh,
just
yeah,
was
you
like,
ruined
I
her
was
shit.
just
She's probably a dude now.
probably is. I caused the first transsexual fucking
Oh my god.
surgery in Pendelco School District.
Yeah, that's probably a dude now. That's insane.
Shout out to him. Shout out to Jeff, whatever your name is now. Sorry, I ruined your chance for having kids.
Naturally.
Naturally, kids. Yeah, that shit definitely seared her shit shut. She was a born again virgin that day. All for a bag of Cheetos or chips or fucking Cheez-Its or something like that. Absolutely diabolical behavior by that guy. Thinking I wasn't going to make that toss. Unbelievable.
I mean, it's a bag of chips.
It wasn't that deep. They're like
Was there anybody
75
else in
cents.
the? Was there anybody?
Yeah,
else
there was
there?
like 4 other people in the room.
Would they have taken the bag of chips?
Like handed to him?
No, like if the bag landed anywhere else other than like if you would have waited and let's say the bag did fall short, or you know, it's a bag of chips. It can fucking curve at any time. Like
If the bag had gone anywhere, I don't know if he would have still tried to dive at me towards the door. I don't know. But the fact that the bag of chips hit him in the face, hit the ground, and then he hit the coffee machine, which then
no.
made this Jeff into a born again virgin.
Maybe
Is-
somebody's gonna snatch him.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe. I mean, they were all worked in the same room, so that was pretty wild. But yeah, continue to run through. You were on your way home,
Oh yeah,
looking at
so
the
I'm home at
polls,
this point, and
making your food.
after food's ate, people sleep. I'm still up. It's looking like it's over. It's like 2 some to fucking 1 some. I'm like, all right.
Did you see? Were you checking other places, or were you not? Were you just?
Yeah, I was just listening to him, and
But I was surprised I didn't hear from you because I was sitting. I mean, I was kind of happy that I didn't hear from you because I was playing games, but I was surprised I didn't hear from you to get on.
I figured, what's the point?
Well, I mean, it's not like we would have had conclusive shit to say, anyways. So, I mean, it would have
I
been
stayed
like
up all the way
1:30, 2
until
o'clock.
yeah, I stayed up all the way until like they called it, and Trump's about to do his victory speech or whatever the fuck, and then I was like, I can't do this. Honestly.
Did you see the guy come out at Howard
For Kamala?
University for Kamala?
Yeah.
What did you think about that?
I mean, I understood she was probably in the back, fucking
Dottie?
drinking a bottle of fucking Henny, purple Kool-Aid, crying into her watermelon. You know, I just assumed. Like I understood she wasn't no good.
She was just feral back there, huh?
Like
just making wild noises, sipping on Henny or Kool-Aid, and beating up watermelons.
fucking. So yeah, I just figured I'd get it tomorrow.
I mean, I would say that like I'm pretty sure that happened at probably like I think 11:30.
Yeah, that did. It was early.
Was when that guy came out.
Yeah, it was early.
I was like on and off like every 20 minutes.
And yeah, he came out
Well,
twice.
once they called it. Because there was only a couple stragglers. Like they had emptied that fucking university lot.
He had came out one time prior before the she was gonna speak tomorrow. It was looking like the ass whipping out it turned out to be, and he came out and he was like, yeah, we're holding strong, we're gonna wait for the numbers, nothing's over until it's over, blah blah blah, like one of those type of keep your hopes up type shit. And then he came back out and was like, hey, she gonna talk to y'all tomorrow.
yeah, it was, but I think he did come out right before they started announcing that like the blue wall states were red. Because I don't think it was pretty close. I think it was like 240 something.
Yeah,
to like 150.
They knew he had the rest. Like at that point, like you knew Alaska's guaranteed red. Like, and you just chalk up like the guaranteed reds.
Yeah, it was pretty much over, but yeah,
and,
yeah.
They knew PA was going red because fucking Philly was already pretty much done. So it was like,
I thought there was a clip of the Bull Destiny freaking out about Philly.
Oh, I'm sure he
was like, why aren't they counting Philly? What's happening on over there? Don't we have people on the ground over there? Give them a call. Freaking out because he had also said that he was planning on moving out. So there was a bunch of people that were going to call for him.
I love
it is the comments on his shit has been great, though, I will say. Like, yo, time to pack your bags, time to go live with your girl and her man now. Get on out of here, Buck. Dude, my feed had been nothing. Like since I had to boot up the old the back page TikTok just to start fucking with the libs, and bro, the spiraling that these motherfuckers have been doing.
They're going through it.
They are losing their minds, and I am so here for it. At the end of the day, they are still Americans, so like y'all will get through it and y'all will be fine. But like, I love the
Well, they
fact that
won't.
their world is absolutely crumbling around them.
They don't
I
have to get through
really
it.
love them. No, they will because
They
they're
don't
the
have to though.
they
An
don't
option.
have to, but
Yeah,
I
it's
mean
an
they
option.
probably will. So
They
they've
100%.
they've come up with they started spouting like, yo, Trump's cheating.
Oh my god, yeah, I
That
saw
came up,
that.
which
Saw
is
that.
crazy because as of right now, there's still like 15 million people that haven't voted since 4 years ago.
Yeah,
So
that
that's a
which
little
is very
wild.
suspicious. Well, no, it's not. It's not that there's 15 million. There's allegedly 15 million votes that have not been counted, and they're all Democrat. That's what they're
Yeah, I
saying
mean,
on.
I'm looking at an update
Yeah.
as of right now. The race has
Yeah.
been called. Trump has 74 million votes, and Harris has 70 million votes. So, and then I also looked up what 2020's numbers were. We're talking about Trump had 74 million votes. Biden had 81
80.
million votes.
Yeah.
We're talking about 11 million more Democratic votes that showed up for Biden over
Right.
2020, which is just like
That's what
people
they're
just
saying.
started throwing that number out there and they're like, this is weird. Like, oh, we need to recount. Kamala don't concede.
Yeah. That's where you
Like,
see it at on Kamala on Don't Concede Kamala.
yeah, don't
hashtag.
concede Kamala. They were all posting like, yo, we need to recount. Yo, Trump's treated. There's still a ton of people that they haven't counted yet.
See, my thing is, right, it's like, hey, and this was my thing back 4 years ago when the Republicans were doing it. It's like, hey, there might be missing votes. There might be vans and vans of missing votes. How many of those do you think are on your side? You think it's enough to fucking flip it?
You think 11 million of them are?
Like, it doesn't
I
make
will say
sense
that
to
there
me.
was like open fuckery like earlier in this one with the burning of the ballot boxes, but I don't think it's 11 million votes
Nah.
or like fuckery. There was like I also kind of went. I want to like kind of roll down conspiracy hill here because there's been a couple things that I've looked at or like have there that I've been on the surface level of that I think of just kind of weird. So starting on like NBC made it had like there was a clip from NBC that came out or that was that went live that night. It was a little bit after midnight, and they were out. That fly is fucking needs to die, but
I don't have nothing to swat him.
you need a fly swatter or a fucking box scratcher.
My back
Use your fucking hand, dude. Mr. Miyagi it. You're high as a fucking kite right now. You could probably catch that thing before it even knows what hit it. There you go. So, but like it was a little bit after 12, and this reporter bull was sitting outside of one of the ballot places, I think in Philly. It's a little bit after midnight. And 2 or 3 box trucks, election ballot filled box trucks, are showing up to the ballot like voting place
Right.
like a little bit after midnight. Polls in PA, I'm pretty sure closed at like 8.
Yeah, they did.
So where were they the fuck coming from that it took you like 3 hours to get to your vote counting place? And you know it was also crazy is that the bull like put out a number of like, oh, your truck's rolling in here with another like 30,000 votes. How do you know how many votes are in that truck, Bull?
I mean, they probably
That's
have an
what
idea.
doing. Yeah, I mean maybe they do from past.
It's simple math. I feel like. How many can this thing hold? What's the capacity of the truck? Boom.
By volume, by an envelope.
Yeah, because you'd probably put the envelopes in like a box, like a you know what I mean? Like one of those fucking what's those shelving boxes with the old school
I,
drums.
mean,
with the
I
handles?
don't know how they do it. They could be putting.
I'm just saying, like you would.
They could be putting them in fucking.
But either
Santa
way,
sacks.
whatever you're putting it in, that's what you're. You know what I mean? So it's like how
yeah, I
many
mean,
votes can
maybe
fit
that
into
is,
this
but
box?
it just caught me off
How
guard
many
that like,
boxes do we have?
yo, it's we're out here in Philadelphia. We're reporting. It's weird that like it's a little bit after midnight and these box trucks are showing up and they got like 30,000 votes in it.
Actually, that's fucking smart because if you know how many people are in the town or county or city or whatever, yeah, if I know I get 10 trucks of 50,000, yeah, here we go. That's my thing. Like there should be
Your
10
number?
trucks. Yeah, that's you know what I mean.
I don't know if that's how they do that.
Yeah, I don't know how.
I don't know the number.
Like,
I don't know. It just threw me for a little bit of a loop. That like the bull was just like, a little bit after midnight. These bulls we're kind of like winding down on the counts here. Like, damn, fucking 3 more trucks just rolling in to dump more letters off to you. Damn, that sucks. But all right. Where do you have you heard of this conspiracy that Biden is secretly a Trump supporter? That he's so mad at the Democratic Party that he was doing everything he could to put into Trump's way.
No, because there was nothing from Joe once Kamala took over. So if he was doing,
Joe there was definitely some clips of Joe that would pop up like after every once in a while that were him goofing, like the him wearing a Trump hat.
That was
he was wearing a MAGA hat.
That was while he was still running for president. That was before.
No, that wasn't. That was right after he stopped.
Was it?
Yeah, it was right after he got taken down. But then also, if you remember, like back in the RNC, not the RNC, when they did the Madison Square thing with Tony Hinchcliffe, like a week ago,
yeah,
there was a clip of him that came out. There, he's like sitting at a desk, like almost like a Zoom call. Like, okay, the Tony Hinchcliffe calling Puerto Rico an island of trash. Perfect fucking layup for the Dems, right?
Mm-hmm.
Trump's a racist. He's calling Puerto Rico, which is a United States territory, an island of trash. He thinks Puerto Ricans are trash. Ultimate layup, run that shit. Joe, less than 12 hours, I'm pretty sure, comes out with a clip calling all Trump supporters garbage.
Yeah.
So it's like, bro, what are you doing? Why are you on calls? Like your team has this ultimate fucking layup, and then boom, you're fucking hitting them with some crazy clip shit. But the thing that made me start thinking about this, and I'm only looking at like a surface level kind of deal of it. Like I think the idea of the conspiracy is funny to me.
Mm-hmm.
I like the idea that like Joe wanted to run. He had the debate. The donators were like, "Yo, you're not there cognitively. You got to go." So, and then they didn't hold like a primary. Like they didn't do like a primary thing.
Right.
Or they like the Democratic Party didn't like put forth their nominee.
Joe, he did. It was
Joe nominated Kamala. Joe was like, yo, put her in. So, which everybody knew that they didn't like her.
No, she wasn't nominated at that point.
Well, she was endowed or something like that.
She was the nominee elect or whatever that. She was in the running to be elected. She wasn't officially nominated until.
They never like voted. Like they never like chose her. Like the Democratic Party never chose her. Like Joe chose her.
Well,
so like however the president chooses it, and then they were like, all right, well I guess we're running with this.
Yeah, but
because
no,
we don't have the time to go through all the vote stuff.
you can't
So-
say Joe chose and they didn't have a. It's the DNC. They had a choice.
Well, I mean, they could have said no.
You can't be like, yo,
Like,
you're cognitive and you can't run the country, but you can pick the next nigga to run the country. Doesn't work like that.
I
dog.
mean, he is the president.
Stop it. You can't give.
I don't know.
You can't give.
Maybe
that
they
nigga
were like,
credit for
yo,
one
maybe
thing
that
and
was
then
his
nothing.
his last request of being like, all right, I'll step down, but I got to choose who's next. And they were like, all right, Joe. All right, Grandpa Joe, just don't sniff anybody
They
else.
could have got Kamala out of there if they didn't want to.
Yeah, I think Powers B could have done that, and they were going to try and run this
They just didn't have enough time.
crazy joint campaign.
But like,
of
I was
being
telling my
like-
coworkers, like, I'm more center right, or I guess.
I'm more center right.
No, I am because I would have voted for Andrew Yang, who's a Democrat. I would have voted for somebody else. Oh, Tulsi when she was running. I would have voted for Tulsi. So like, I don't have a problem voting for Democrats, and I don't necessarily have a problem with Kamala. I just didn't have enough time. It's also just I didn't have enough time. Like, I didn't know any of your policies. There wasn't a debate between you and other Democrats for you to even formulate your plan and debate them against other motherfuckers. Like, there was none of that.
Yeah,
It was
we
just
already went past the first debate, so
right.
and
Well,
then
they didn't.
quickly made a second debate, which she did well in. She did good
No,
in the
no, no,
second,
no.
like
No,
her
I'm talking
first
about-
debate.
I'm talking about the DNC debates.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
I don't
if they
know.
would have
Yeah.
had that to where she could have argued her topics and points, and you could have got out more, and you would have had more time to formulate things, and then you were elected as the nominee. And then
Do you think she
did
would have
have-
won that?
I don't know, but I'm just saying. My point is, I don't necessarily not like Kamala or her policies. I could have voted for her if I had more time to understand whatever she was fully trying to do. And if if she was the one, cool. But for her, she had what 100 days,
Mm-hmm.
and then niggas are like, "Oh, she flip flopping." Yeah, nigga, I don't have a fucking plan. They threw me into this, like, so yeah, I might have thought this was a good idea. Talk to a smart nigga the next day, 6 hours. I said, "Hey, you know what? I changed my mind. I have 100 days, bro. The fuck, I gotta pick a VP. Hope that
Yeah, then you're also like you're talking about like a lifetime politic that's like she's not in the public eye as much. Like she didn't do anything really like publicly as the vice president. Like you never
No,
really heard
she's-
about her.
she's a typical VP. You're
So,
not supposed to."
And well, yeah, it's exactly what the VP is supposed to be. You're just supposed to be like the tiebreaker on push things my way and yeah, help me if I ask you to.
And don't make an ass of yourself, and you could possibly be the next elect to be president.
Yeah.
Like it
Sometimes.
might, yeah, no. Sometimes what I'm saying. If you want it, like that's your thing.
I want to say like there wasn't many in our lifetime that would do that. Like there wasn't many VPs in our lifetime that would step up to like run as president in our lifetime really. Like it was the thing back in the day. Like in history it shows a lot of VPs would turn into presidents later down the road. But like in our lifetime,
yeah, it hasn't happened.
it hadn't happened besides Joe. So, but like there was definitely a lot of weird things.
It'll happen with Vance.
Do you think so? You think they're going to put up Vance?
100%.
There's a thing that I think with Vance that I find a
as
little
long as
strange.
he doesn't fuck, as long as he doesn't fuck up, as long as he doesn't make himself look any worse than just what people think of him now, and he can get through these 4 without any crazy shit about him. Yeah, 100%.
Do you think it's weird that like no big tech company really, besides like Twitter and Elon, obviously for what you see with them, do you think it's weird that like none of the other big tech companies like really endorse somebody?
Do I think it's weird?
Like Amazon and the Washington Post didn't endorse Kamala. Like they stayed out of it, kind of. Like they would run stories, but like they didn't like fully endorse a candidate, which is like or Meta, which Facebook, like Zuckerberg and Bezos, neither one of them like did anything with, which that thing also made like I thought that was also kind of strange on Bezos's point, like thing was because like Elon's now tight with Trump. Bezos, as of right now, has a lot of government contracts for Blue Origin or whatever his space company is.
Yeah.
So Elon want to get some of that government money. I mean, I don't understand how like you could really look at what SpaceX is doing and not like want
Well-
to go with that. I don't know
well-
what Blue Origin's doing though. So
The thing is, so Elon and Trump are gonna have to make a decision whether or not Elon's going to be on his cabinet or not. If Elon's on his cabinet, Elon's going to have to give up Starlink. He can't have Starlink and be on the board. It's a conflict of interest.
I mean SpaceX.
Yeah, whatever that shit's called, SpaceX, whatever that shit is. But he can't. He's got to give it up. So I don't know. I don't know what's more important, fucking with Bezos or keeping fucking SpaceX or whatever that shit is.
Well, like from my understanding of what Elon's role is to be, but anyways, just getting back to the one thing is like I do still think that is strange, and I have heard that like there's JD has some connections, like some big tech people promoted his campaign, like threw the money into his campaign.
Right now,
I don't
think
remember
it's weird.
who.
Like, if
You don't think it's weird?
No, because like if you think about Twitter's always been a shit show and like an argument of whatever, right? Like mine's just arguing.
Not
Face-
as of before Elon bought it in like the 2020 election, because there was definitely there was evidence and like investigations that they were suppressing Republican and red rhetoric on the platform to keep people from seeing it.
No. I'm not talking about like rhetoric. I'm just talking about like arguments amongst people, like just for anything, not even political. Just Twitter's just a shit show of a place.
Twitter has always been. Well, it wasn't always that actually. Twitter used to be
it's modern times right now for what we're talking. That's what it
so
is. This is what
2020 and above.
No, before even 2020. Like niggas was arguing on Twitter way before. Niggas.
Yeah, but I
way
think it's
before
gotten
it.
a lot worse. Like it wasn't
Sure,
as blatant
everything
as
gets
what
worse
it's-
because everything gets
what it
more
was.
popular as time. But I'm saying like that's what Twitter's for. And then you think of Facebook and these other platforms, they're more family friendly, family oriented.
Well, it's
So-
just different generations are using different platforms. Like Facebook is what your grandparents are using. It used
I'm
to be
just
what all the
saying
kids
as
were on.
As far as looks go, it just looks family friendly. When you get on Facebook,
Oh, UI wise.
when you
The
get on
controls?
Facebook, you genuinely, so you're gonna have to make your own things. You're going to get your friends to see posts. X, you can just get on X and what is trending, and you're into a shit show. Like you're just, oh wait, what's trending? This topic?
Yeah,
And
so-
you click on it, and here's a thread. It's different.
Facebook
with
is like
that-
little clubs, little forts, and then Twitter is the city square.
Sure,
You
but
can walk
with-
into the city square. There's going to be people yelling in the top of the lungs, like, the world is ending, the world is ending. Hear ye, hear ye. But then,
But I'm
same
saying with that
Facebook.
though, if I'm a family friendly facing thing, I'm not going to hop into politics. I'm going to stay neutral because I'm not going to lose any. It's a family thing. Like, I didn't expect Disney to be like, yeah, fuck yeah, we out here. Like, no, you're not going to choose a side publicly. You're just going
Yeah,
to
but
rock.
I think that had more to do, I think, with the end of 2019.
Also,
than the start
Elon's
of
not
2020.
doesn't need the money of Twitter to be made.
No,
Wait.
but every big billionaire owns a social media platform.
No, what I'm saying is Elon doesn't need niggas money from Twitter. If Zuckerberg or any of these other ones come out and say, yes, I support one. Well, now the other fan base, especially now that Trump won, the lefties, fuck that. I'm out of here. Now I'm taking my money and I'm going somewhere else. So now it is affecting Bezos. He makes the money. Elon don't give a fuck. He openly says, I don't give a fuck. Yeah, Twitter's
Yeah, but
losing money. I don't give
think
a fuck.
Facebook cares that much either.
I'm just saying openly, Elon has said, I don't
Because you're
give a
talking about they're like both of them are free platforms. Well, actually, no,
just
they're
saying-
not.
openly, Elon has said this. I don't know Zuckerberg's opinion because he hasn't said anything about whether he cares about making. So I'm just going off of what is said. Elon says, I do not care. So as a nigga that don't care, do whatever the fuck I want to do. As a nigga that has advertisements on his thing and make every advertisement from I'm not saying shit. Cool. I need all this money. I clearly need all this money. I want to be friends with all the ad people. Elon said, fuck the ad niggas. I don't need y'all shit. I'm cool. Yo, what y'all want to do? You want to take ads? Take ads. I'm cool.
Yeah, I will say that Bezos did stick a nail in the I need the ad revenue deal when he started banning people on Twitter, or not Twitter, on Twitch for political stuff. So yeah, I will say that it is. I don't know. I thought it was a little weird, just for the fact that like back in 2020 they endorsed everything.
Did they?
Pretty sure.
I don't remember Google endorsing anybody.
Well, I mean, Google's in trouble for that right now.
For endorsing?
Yeah, well, they're like doing the same thing Twitter did before with the hiding stuff.
Oh, but that's not
with the where can I vote for Trump versus the where can I vote for Kamala.
Jack Dorsey, since Jack Dorsey owned it, he's a fucking Democrat, so he's like, ah.
Yeah, they made there's a new one now.
Yeah, no.
The Dems are on Blue Sky. So I've seen a lot of people trying to move over to there. And it'll eventually be the exact same thing.
Now you'll probably have to prove that to answer like all these certain secret
super lit. How many boyfriends does your girlfriend have? There's a lot of things that I wanted to continue to talk about too. Trolling. Trying to think of another conspiracy that's been happening. We talked about the extra votes.
To your original thing of Joe going against the Dems, I did,
and then he secretly hates Kamala. Don't forget that, but that's part. So my conspiracy basis is that Joe is mad that he got kicked out of the race, and that he hates Kamala Harris, and supposedly Jill, his wife, had a physical altercation with somebody on Kamala's team.
Yeah, I don't believe any of that.
I saw that. I heard that too.
But I will say, it was very odd, and then in my brain, I still can't really wrap my head justifiably for it, other than you like it, but do it on a different time because optics are everything. Is Jill going to the polls in an all red suit? Very odd to me, and not like
that's
rose red or anything. It was Republican red. It was MAGA red. And,
dude,
it's like, and she's like, "Hi, everybody, go to the polls." It's like, so I was like, "Oh well, maybe." So I peeped Kamala. I'm like, "What's Kamala wearing?" Because if Kamala's wearing like purple or whatever, then it doesn't matter. But Kamala's wearing blue. I'm like, interesting.
Isn't that funny?
Interesting. And
we're running right into the fucking conspiracy.
But I don't think that he hates Kamala. I do think that him and his family have a beef with the Democratic Party. And I do think they didn't vote for Trump. But I do think they probably just didn't whatever.
Did you vote for the president?
Yeah, voted for the House and everything else. Voted for the homies over there. But yeah, I do think the Bidens have a beef with the Democratic Party. And I can't wait for Hunter to get stupid high again in the next couple months and write.
Do you think he's going to jail? Do you think he's getting booked?
No.
Do you think that Trump hires him on?
Fuck no.
Why not?
Because this kid's gonna go run off and go do heroin and meth in Ukraine and shit and go make a tape, and then he's gonna confess all of the little secrets that happened. And I am here for it. But Trump did say that Epstein list coming out. He said that's coming out and the Diddy list coming out.
Yeah, we need that. How do you feel about like? Okay, so here's another thing.
Oh wait, hold on. How do you
That
feel about this nigga saving the world in 48 hours?
that's what I'm getting to.
Oh, okay.
What do you think about that?
Fucking Superman, dog. Like what? Who
Is
else?
that what we're thinking? We don't think that there's just like a little bit of like
I'm thinking
a
Superman.
little bit of fishiness. I was like, oh, like Hamas calling for a ceasefire,
Well,
Putin
see,
being like, oh, I'm open for the talk, China being like, we hope for a peaceful coexistence with America.
well, now that part,
And him being like, yo, Netanyahu, yo, I'm gonna need you to figure some shit out real quick.
was not. So like, some of it is whatever.
I mean, he did say he was gonna end this shit in like less than 24 hours and get this shit over with before even he gets into office in January. But
Like being like, so Russia and Putin be like, yo, we're ready to restore relations. That's not meaning I'm ready to end the war. It just means, yo, I'm willing to pick up the phone call again. Like we can
well,
talk.
from supposedly from what
But-
I heard is that Putin's like, yo, I'm ready to end the war with
I
Ukraine.
mean, but he's been ready. He said that during Biden time. He said he was ready to end the war as long as Ukraine meets his terms. He'll end the war today. He's been saying that for the past 2
Yeah.
years. So that's not anything.
Yeah, I've seen a bunch of people being
But-
like, "Yo, Trump's just gonna let them keep all the land they already took."
The good thing is though, is that Putin said he's going to stay on the American dollar.
Yeah, I did see that, and I was like,
That's
"That's
the big thing. I'm like, oh,
yeah, you got all this oil, and like,
I feel good about like you can keep bombing Ukraine. I don't give a fuck about them. I genuinely don't. But him and his little homies making the new little trying to take over the US dollar,
the
that
Dubai
was a-
Bulls."
that was a problem to me. But for him to be like, yeah, we good on okay, all right. And like China being like, yo, we have fine, don't care about that. That's political bullshit. But I did hear that they said that they're not trying to go after Taiwan. And that's the big thing. It's like, okay,
You not trying to poke the bear? What's going on here?
what do you mean? Who? Like that?
No, it's like that's what I'm saying. For like, wait a minute, y'all giving up on Taiwan?
I mean, for right now, you ain't trying to
Right
play
now?
home.
I mean-
because they know he don't play. He was quick to drop. He dropped the bomb on Soleimani. Nigga said, "What? Who?" Yeah, fuck him. He did some shit the other day. you thought I was gonna tell y'all first?
did find it fucking absolutely insane. Like I was scrolling through, and I'm just like, damn, Putin said he's dead. Damn, dude, China said, yo, what's going on? Hamas said what?
Yeah,
Like that's crazy. I guess I saw him like tweet out something to Netanyahu, and then then I saw like the Hamas. I was like, all right, well, if he's telling like net, like that's fine, but we need both. We need the if the other group says something like the terrorist group is like, oh yeah, we're chilling now. It's
Yeah,
like,
like-
okay, yo, this is a little. I thought this was a jihad. I thought this was a holy war. I thought y'all were
right.
coming
It
to
was
take
ready.
your shits
Right,
back.
right.
Yeah, I thought this was till we all go and see
I
our
mean,
maker.
They was
The
ready.
Orange Man came down and said, "Nah, we good."
That motherfucker with the pussy came through. Oh yeah, the Middle East would be up right now. Dude, bro, they would have called Kamala Winter. It would have been breaking news. Bombs in the Middle East. This shit is up.
Man, that shit's been crazy.
Nah, but like the one thing like niggas forget. So like with the economy, shit high right now. Why is shit high? So niggas
Yo,
blame Trump.
what about that too?
Some niggas blame Biden. It's like, hey, we forget that all of our ships have to take the long way around, so that costs more because of what's happening in the Middle East. The Middle East says, hey, we cool right now. We good. We won't talk it out. Oh, well, then the ships can go through the Red
Yeah,
Sea
they're
again.
going back through that now.
Prices can come back down. So, yeah, he's going to be good for the economy. Hey, he's been president-elect for 3 days, 2 days now. My 401k up $3,000. My
Preach, brother, preach.
this shit, stop looking at green 3 days. Yo. Hey,
Well, the green be looking nice. The green
yeah,
be
you
looking
know what I
nice.
mean? Yo, and it was funny. I was like, oh, I remember these times where I would check the thing and it was green in my shit.
I was
Oh,
dreaming
yeah, I
for
remember
times
these
like
times.
this, for rhymes like this.
Yes, yes.
Oh, bro, yeah, it is crazy. It is
Oh.
absolutely crazy. I have also heard like the other side of that being wild too.
What?
With like I heard somebody like some I don't know exactly how true this is either because I this wasn't like a articled story or not, but somebody posted like they live in like some company that makes something in like southwest Pennsylvania. So like outside Pittsburgh. And apparently their company leaders or bosses or whatever brought them all in and said, "All right, guys, we got some shit news to tell you. But as of this, like as of now, the after the presidential race, we won't have Christmas bonuses this year because we have to. We're spending all of the money that we were going to be using for the bonuses stuff on extra materials that are coming from overseas places because they're scared of the tariffs stuff."
God.
So, and then there was another, like, this is completely outside of that realm, but like, there was another lady that posted, was like, I just got a call from my doctor, and they just said that starting Monday, they're not going to take Medicaid anymore. And I was like, and like seeing both of these things, I was like, I don't think that these are completely true, or I don't know if these are real at all. Because I don't think that the Medicaid one could be done in such a short time frame.
No.
Because I'm pretty sure, like, you would, like, for a company to just drop insurance companies, like, there would have to be ample amount of, like, future look ahead, like, hey, warning
Right.
the
Like
customers,
what reason do you have to drop like
government,
not
yeah,
even-
government insurance. Why?
yeah, why
And
would you,
like, I don't, yeah, I don't know. And
I
you're
don't
talking about
believe
it for
that.
seniors.
Yeah, I don't believe
Medicaid's for seniors,
like
so it's
now I
like,
know that's a fear mongering thing of he's gonna take Social Security and cut Medicaid. Like I know I've heard that from them saying that he's going to do that, and I've never heard him say that. But
yeah, I think that has to do more with the Project 2025 shit.
of course it
Williams
does.
have been freaking out about that. So,
Which
um,
is funny, yo. So this girl at my job, this guy, she's a Republican, he's a Democrat, and he doesn't like Trump because he was working on a construction site that Trump owned or was the head of or something, and I guess fired everybody or he did some he wronged
some
them.
slimy business guy stuff.
And it wasn't even slimy, honestly, for what it was. I want to say he just fired him, like, and got a new crew or some shit like that or something. But he's upset about that, and he's hated Trump ever since the 80s for that.
A big whoop.
Yeah, whatever. So anyway, so like they're talking, and he's gone on about why he doesn't like Trump or whatever. And then he brings up Project 2025, and she was like, "Well, good thing he doesn't have anything to do with that." And then he just keeps talking about it. And she was like, "Well, good thing he doesn't have anything to do with that." And then he stops. She's like, "You understand, like, that's not him, right?" And he was like, "Well, I mean," and she was like, "Well, no, like, that's not
Yeah, this
his,
has been a plan laid out by the Republican Party, whatever group.
well, not, yeah, I was gonna say this group, and he's not part of that. That's not his plan. You can go look at his plan at donaldjtrump.org.
Yeah, and I also don't think that anybody, like, I don't think Trump's the kind of guy that, like, who enjoys being told, like, here's a step-by-step plan for what we want how America to look.
Yeah.
I don't think he's just going to be like, okay, thanks.
Well, no.
Thanks,
So then my
fellas."
coworker's like, well, he had the author of Project 25. He's friends with him, and he had him speak at one of his rallies. Oh, okay.
He also let some dude that owned a sandwich shop and a roast comedian speak on one of his other rallies.
Right. Like, what?
What are we talking about here?
Yeah, what are you saying? He's friends with David Duke. That doesn't mean he's a fucking KKK. Like, I can be friends with people and not agree with what they do.
Yeah, that's what one of the things that, like, I don't understand with these people now. It's just like, if you've lost friends because they've like from watching the libs melt down for the last 3 days, I've learned that chicks are doing this South Korean movement where they want to band together, shave their heads, don't buy makeup stuff, make them and it's crazy because like every chick that's doing this is like a solid 4, which goes great with the name of 4B. But
What's also funny to me is like, okay, you're doing this to make yourself unattractive to Republicans. Great, fine.
no, they're doing this to all men. This isn't just libs. They're also updating their Bumble accounts.
See, I haven't seen the things on Instagram of it being all men. I've seen the women being like them caption it as I don't want to be attractive to
Republican men.
to Trumpers. And so if it is all men, great. Then my thing is different. But
yeah, well, we're gonna have a whole lot of less crazy bitches out here.
If you're going to make yourself less attractive, so all men, do it. Do it. That means there's 4 years of celibacy. Do it. Do it, please.
Yeah, then there's apparently supposedly a bunch of dudes that are on these TikToks areas where, you know, they weren't getting pussy before. So, I mean, they're still going to be mad at the fact they're not going to. The incels are still mad. So that's what I'm getting at there. But another thing that I find to be a wild take is that you have medical professionals that are in like the women's sphere of like OBGYNs and the labor.
Oh, yeah.
Like these are doctors and nurses and stuff. Like they have medical degrees. And they're like, well, if you live in a red state, don't come and talk to me. Like, well, hold on, lady. You took a fucking Hippocratic oath. Like your job is to do this. It's in your oath.
Also, hey,
it's in your job description.
I might have voted blue. I can't do anything about the other people around me. So you're not going to speak to me because Pennsylvania went red. But I lived in Philly, and Philly went blue.
No, this will lead into like the fact that they're doing this for doctors, like a doctor is going on TikTok and saying this is absolutely insane. But then I've also seen another lady who's like, "Hey, we're not going to go, like, we're not doing vacations, like, we're not going to red states anymore, right?" And then like there was a lady who's like, "Yo, I'm in Georgia, where Atlanta is not like that. Like, you can still come here." And she's like, "No, we can't come there. Because if I come there and spend money in Atlanta, the sales tax still goes to your state. So, sorry, California, Washington State, and like New York City are their own like islands. Well, I mean, the Northeast is still the Northeast, and like Virginia. So, like, based on their fucking knowledge of a map,
there was like
they could probably go around the world." Everywhere, you know, and then California, Washington, maybe Oregon. I don't know if Oregon was blue. Was blue.
Yeah.
And then like New York City, and
they can go to Hawaii.
Illinois. You can go to Chicago.
I think they can go to Hawaii.
Yeah, Hawaii. So, because then they were like, what part of the
there's like 10 states they can go to.
Part of the argument that she had was like a lot of these states like rely on tourist money. But I'm like, besides Florida, what state is, and maybe Georgia for Atlanta?
No.
Like, what other states? Like South Carolina definitely doesn't. Well, I mean, maybe it's just.
Let me tell you,
out of rags.
The people that are not coming to Atlanta were the people already not coming to Atlanta. And they're gonna be just fine as long as they got Magic City down there. And then big booty black chick kicking ass.
Yeah, boy.
Gonna come down there. Same with Texas. Niggas is gonna go to Houston. What's gonna happen? Hey, as long as Miami's still in Florida, guess what? Niggas are still going to Miami.
100%.
You good, lady?
Have you heard the California did not prohibit slaves?
Huh?
Yeah, so there like, you know how like they'll have like little other things that they have voting on too.
Yeah.
Like in Florida, they voted against having mushrooms and weed and something else.
Against?
Yeah, they voted against that. They didn't make it. Well, also, Florida had a weird fucked up rule in this thing where, like, I think for the mushrooms, and the weed, it was like they had to get 60%. They got to 57.
Oh, okay.
So they got fucked on that. But then California firstly got rid of their DA. And then they also had a couple of amendments or something that were supposed to, like, here, I'll look them up exactly for what it was. But it is wild.
Hey,
So, but it has. Pro-
you think Kamala's gonna run again?
See, that's another question I had, and I don't think so.
No, a lot of people say no.
Yeah, a lot of people, I think, like, because what, like, look at her polling before this. Like, when they show the map of, like, any place that she was being, like, nobody liked her before this run of presidency.
I know.
Like, as a senator, like, you have, like, I feel like you had, like, if you threw, like, Michelle Obama up there, if you want the lady, like, if we're going to keep running this lady aspect to the presidency, and you wanted to be a color lady, well, you can't use Lori Lightfoot because that bitch is absolutely insane. But if you were to throw, like, Michelle Obama up there, money. You need somebody who, like, speaks to like, I mean, granted, I really don't think they're gonna throw her back up there.
You know, I give credit to Michael for not running and never putting his name in the ring, because they know they don't know anything about politics. So, like, you would just be out there like a Kamala. Kamala don't know shit about shit. So you just out here saying some words, and you getting the rappers out here to do the promotion for you. Obama, Michael don't know shit about shit. The nigga was just back there sucking Obama dick. That was it. Like, were you ever in politics when he was? Did you ever pay attention when he was coming up throughout his little career? Because I never heard shit about you ever doing anything. Even when you was the first lady, I didn't really hear you.
No, she did that the no fat kids thing, where she made school lunches or something healthier. I heard that. But also, I don't think she wants to do it either. But I mean, also,
because you don't know nothing. You never passed the bill. You probably suggested that shit to somebody, and then niggas did the work. But you've never had to fucking draft the bill. Never did none of that important shit. I don't even remember seeing that bitch in the room where that nigga. My fault, that bitch. That nigga in the room, when they was killing Osama. I remember Obama in his little bomber jacket. I remember Joe being there. But I don't remember seeing Michael in the war room when they was watching Osama head get split open. So, like, you couldn't even be there for that moment? Nah. You can't be brave, bro.
Yeah, I mean, because I don't think Tim Walz is a great choice as VP either.
Oh, he wasn't, and he didn't want to be president.
Yeah, I don't really know why they chose him, to be completely honest.
Because she couldn't go with the Jew, who she really wanted to go with, but the Dems were like, no.
Yeah, no,
and everybody else was like, no, not the time. Not the time to put a Jew out here.
Yeah, but like who was I just saw somebody made a video, like I think it was SNL actually. They made a clip. Like they did like a Jeopardy game. And they had, I think, John or Tim Kaine. Tim something. It wasn't Tim Walz. It was another VP candidate for one of the other.
Ooh.
For Hillary. It was for Hillary.
Hey,
Hillary's VP candidate.
Off topic, but still on the same thing. About the tariffs and everybody's upset and scared about these tariffs.
I understand.
Already have tariffs.
Yeah, but they're talking about raising them.
Not the way people are talking. The way people are talking is if he's going to get rid of tax and make every instead of tax, make it all tariffs, which would then raise the price on everything.
Because the price of the price of the importing of the things from outside the country
right,
gets passed on the consumer because the person who's importing the thing has to pay for the tariff.
right, yeah.
That is what people are
But
freaking out about. But then on the upside of that, he's also proposing no income tax.
But so the way people are freaking out about it is as if there are no tariffs already in America. And he is doing this thing that is just unheard of, that does not happen. And it's like, and I'm just looking, I'm like, oh wait, what? We're currently doing this. Huh. Interesting. Because yeah, here's an article now. Can Trump replace income taxes with tariffs?
Yeah. So I saw like a little video of an economist trying to break that down and being like, well, if you have the tariffs and they add a $3,000 a year bill onto all Americans, like just say that that's what it is. If we get rid of income tax, you're adding an extra $20,000 to $30,000 to every person's paycheck at the end of the year. So whatever your gross end of the year number, minus your deductions of like health insurance and medical, like what you put away, that's what your take home is now. So instead of your net, say you make 60 grand, instead of your net being 40 grand, you get 57 grand. So, but back to, I don't know. I'm not an economist, so I don't know. I'll have to see how like the numbers kind of break down towards the tariffs, and I don't know like how much he's prepared. But I do think it's more of an idea to try to push the prices of American made things.
Yeah.
Too closer to like imported price things. Because the problem also you're getting rid of drop shipping. Because that's a big W. I mean, shout out to the people who are using it to make money, but at the same time, that shit's dog shit. Because if you have a bunch of people who are paying for products from China that are dirt cheap and trash that are probably hurting you in the long run anyways, then I think it's way better for you and your country's economy to be self-sufficient and using stuff made here that you hope will last or will be of a better quality. I see that what they're trying to do there is like, well, the price, everyone's always complained about, like, if you try and get it here made in America, it's going to cost you so much because we got to pay the people livable wages and all that stuff and all the red tape with that. So, but like, all right, well, if I don't want a piece of garbage fucking back scratcher that's going to break after fucking 4 uses, then I need something of a little bit more better quality. But I understand that's why I'm paying the cheap price for it. So, but also you shouldn't just be able to just have heaps of trash that are just sitting in the landfills anyways. So back to this California proposition thing. This is what
okay.
So they hit no on a couple of these things.
Okay.
California Prop 6 prohibits slavery and involuntary servitude. That's all it says. That was voted no.
So they want slaves in California.
Yeah. Well, they're not proposing they're proposing. Yeah, they're voting for not slaves.
Yeah, they're voting for slavery.
Yeah, so what it has to do, this proposed amendment to California's Constitution would bar slavery in any form and repeal a current provision allowing involuntary servitude as a punishment for crime.
So it's funny, they're like, "Oh, Trump's gonna put us in chains." Oh no, it sounds like Newsom's about to put niggas in chains.
But it's like, yo, if you fuck up around here, we can put you in chains.
Not even
So,
fuck up. Hey,
It is that seems a little wild to me.
I
That
mean,
California, as prerequisite as it is, it has to do with the prison system.
no. Better plan, better scheme. Has to do with the homeless.
Well, technically, they are breaking the law if you pass a bill saying that they have to have homes.
If Kyle, who owns a business, were just to so happen to scrape up 10 of these dirty drug fiend motherfuckers and put them in a van and put them to work, shucks, it's legal.
I want to. I don't know if you. I
Slavery's
don't think
legal.
that this has to do with. Because it has to be involuntary servitude as a punishment for a crime. So the government has to dish this out as a sentence.
Oh, so that was.
So would that be considered like community service?
Well, that's all Abe Lincoln did. All he did was transfer ownership of slavery from person to state.
So, but yeah, I mean, California said, "No, we'll let the criminals. They're still slaves. They can be our slaves," which is weird because, like, I don't know if that's how it is in PA, but you get paid to work if you're a prisoner in PA.
All of the homeless put them to work for free.
Putting them on the plantation
for free. Clean up these streets.
Yeah, that was a big one that I saw was being a buzzword.
That's lit.
Number 32, Proposition 32, raises the minimum wage.
Hey,
they said no. They said no. Fuck y'all.
Well,
all you McDonald's workers, get the fuck out of here.
I'm sure there's more to it than just minimum wage, but
I'll read it to you here. This ballot measure would raise California's minimum wage to $18 an hour, effective in 2025, for employers for more than 25 people, and effective in 2026 for all others. And
yeah, but like how like politicians will like put a bill in and it will be that, but then they'll sneak in some other shit behind it.
Yeah, there might be some other shit back.
Yeah, I'm sure like it's like, oh yeah, we'll give y'all $50 an hour, but at the cost of X, Y, and Z that's detrimental to everybody and their future kids. And you're like, well,
yeah, I mean, from what I heard, they said that the backlash on that was that if you raise up the minimum wages for everybody, you're going to raise the bottom line of prices. So it's just going to push the price of everything else up.
Bad argument. What?
Yeah, it's a weird argument, but like that's what I saw them pushing. It was like, well, if we raise the minimum wage up, it's going to push the prices of everything else up because everyone's making more money. So we're going to make things cost more. So that way we keep these margins. Because people can pay it now because they're not making more money. Well, Big Mac here is now going to be $15.
See, and that's the one problem with corporate. Like, because it is all about just keeping
the private corporatization of things versus like a government.
Public. Like all of it. It's all about keeping margins.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like, God damn, dude. Like it's like when you think about it, like you're like, oh, life is hopeless. Like I'm not getting out unless I hit the lottery.
Yeah, exactly. Unless I hit it big, because like, can be completely honest. Granted, I make way more money than I did back when I was younger, but like, when I look at the bank at the end of the week, I'm still looking at the same goddamn numbers.
Yo, ain't that crazy? Ain't that fucking crazy? Like, hey, I was making this when
I was dreaming of making this back when I was a young bull, and I was like, yeah, no. Granted, my expenses are way up. I have a whole family to pay for now, but like, still, like, I definitely thought shit was going to be looking a lot different than with what I'm making now. Like, god damn.
Yeah, no, just.
And they also had a Proposition 33 was repeals ban on local rent controls. They said no.
Jesus Christ.
So let the rents fly high. That's one thing that
Well,
we need to get Trump into.
that actually makes sense because those
Banning offshore accounts owning like banning immigrants from owning land here in America. Like
Ooh, hold on now. Ooh,
not unless we can buy shit in your country.
that's up to their government.
No. Now it's a give or take, dog. China, you want to play ball in with all of New York? Guess what? I'm gonna need some of these other shits.
Yeah, I don't know. I had this semi-similar argument with my coworker Amanda.
It's just a huge money laundering scheme.
Is it though?
Yeah, because you have these buildings Tim was talking about this shit the other day. Not Tim, our Tim. What I'm talking about, Tim Dillon. He was on.
Oh, I
TV.
thought you were thinking Tim Pool.
Oh no, Tim was talking about that. There's certain streets that are like there's a area in London where like it's probably like a little compound, right?
Mhm.
That's pretty much owned by like it's like an apartment building,
Okay.
right? The apartments for this building are like $250 million.
God damn.
Yeah, for an apartment. So it's strictly for the uber wealthy. Like for the London thing, it's like, yo, you send your kids here, like they're all driving around in Bugattis. Literally money's not even real.
Right.
So, but like, if you were to get into other countries do it all the time, where they'll buy real estate like over here
Right.
because like their economies aren't as stable. So
Right.
like, yo, we got all this money, let's buy a couple of fucking hotel buildings over here and wherever.
Mm-hmm.
Like say like Austin, they're like, oh, Austin's kind of popping, let's get a hotel building over there. And then like we'll keep the price, we'll have the price of rent being like here, and then we don't give a flying shit about what our vacancy rate looking like. Like we can have 20% of the rooms filled as long as they're paying $2,500 a month, $5,000 a month, $10,000 a month. Fuck it,
Right. No, I
money's
mean,
coming in. So, and we're only using it just to hold this money for right now, anyways. So, like I've heard that's a big problem with like the, like since COVID, that was a big problem where like people were trying to go buy houses for the first time,
right.
and then like some unknown buyer would just come in cash offer $100,000 more than what or like probably realistically like 50 grand more than they're asking.
Okay.
Let me get this, John, real quick. No inspections, no nothing. I don't need to know nothing. Let's get this thing done by Friday. And it's Tuesday.
Fuck yeah, let's get it done.
I'm not gonna come see it. I got a guy. He's gonna come look at it. He's gonna look at the doors, see if there's a door on it. I'm gonna change the locks on that, John, and then that's it. So,
Man, fuck it. What are you gonna do? I mean, you could change the laws, but like, I guess my thing with the immigrant thing, like, what do you mean by immigrant?
I'm not talking about like people that like illegals or something. I'm talking about like people who live in China and just buy an apartment building.
They're not immigrants.
They're not. They're just foreigners.
Yeah.
Like letting foreigners buy land in America, I don't jive with that much. I get it as like a economic play. It's like, oh, you're letting outside players like into the field, but it's just bad for your citizens in the long run.
But who cares about them?
Our citizens?
Yeah.
Us looking for the like, because we're our own economy. Because then because we're the ones who are mad that like when Kamala Harris runs and like just shit and they lie to us and tell us like, yo, everything's actually the economy's doing pretty well. But like I can't buy groceries and get gas in the same week.
That's your fault.
It just doesn't work out that way. I'm not talking on my own. I'm just seeing what other
I'm
people.
not saying you. I'm saying whoever. That's your fault.
But 4 years ago, they could afford that. So,
Yeah, well, shit go up. Fuck you want niggas to do, yo. I'm sure shit went up.
taking home more of that money. I need
Sure
things to
shit
go
went up
back
everywhere in
down.
the world.
So, but there's also the same people who then made the red wave happen.
Girl. A lot of uneducated.
What do you think is the biggest reason that Kamala lost?
Too many dumb people came out. Not for real. That's what it seems like.
You think
when
the dummies were the reason that they?
No, it was when they did the stat breakdown of like, yeah, I mean, it was
IQ levels to
it was no. So it went from like graduated high school. How many graduated from high school went just that
Yeah, I did see that
crazy amount, and then college degree. Boom,
college degrees were
Kamala.
going more towards
The more educated you got, the more Kamala you went. The less educated you were, the more Trump you were. So it was the dummies. All the dummies.
But then it also went in this different age group too. Like if you looked at the age group, like the older you were getting, the more you went Republican. The younger you were, well, to a portion, because like I think it was like millennials were like more Kamala, and then the newer Gen Z, they were more towards Trump.
But then you look at education. How many of them niggas was dumb?
So you chalk it up to our education system being shit for them voting for not voting for Kamala.
No, I don't blame the education system. I just said it just because that's the way they like is the dummies. But no, I blame the education system for why she lost, but not because of the dummies. On the opposite, like you have these.
Do you think do you think that the leftists' rhetoric, or like, because like the biggest disproportionate section that Kamala had was like the women came out for her.
Wait, black women, yes.
Yes, black women came out for her. A good portion of white women came out for her.
Way more white women for Trump.
Yeah, but there was more white women.
Sure, did some white women vote for Kamala?
Yeah. But then like you looked at the demographic of like younger men were voting more Trump than Kamala. My question is, do you think that the left's rhetoric towards men kept younger men from voting for Kamala?
No, I think it was I was saying
you think it had more to do with the education levels than it did that?
You have the kids going to these institutions and they're being spun by all these fucking liberal teachers.
But the liberal teachers are also telling them, you're like, yo, you're a white dude. You're not like, you're a straight white dude. You're literally garbage.
Yeah, but there's not enough of them. Like there's enough of them, but there's not enough of them. Like, but like you spin them, and like
if you spin them into being little cucks, then yeah, they're voting for Kamala.
Yeah.
Like I don't think that if the base.
No, so what I'm saying is, I think that's
trying to get to vote for your side. I don't think an upside to your like campaign is to call them trash.
No, what I'm saying is like that indoctrination spins those kids, and they don't see nothing else. Versus the other kids who aren't. And just because these kids voted for Trump this time doesn't mean that they won't vote Democrat the next time. They were all this just means is they didn't like Kamala for whatever reason. and it very well could go Trump, and it just could mean that these kids are like saw the issues and were like, nah, she just not it. Like that, like I haven't been brainwashed for 4 to 8 to 12 years in this fucking system by these liberal fucking teachers stuffing this shit down my throat. I dropped out at high school, and now I saw the world. Did I make a decision?
No, I just thought the idea of it was wild. It's like, oh yeah, all these chicks are out here being like, oh, we're not going to give you guys pussy anymore. We've been out here calling y'all nothing but like, yo, we're women. We want to choose the bear in the woods. But then you now mad that the bear can't vote. So the thing that you chose against didn't vote for your side. You're now pissy about it because you're going to lose your vaginal rights. Then I also saw another thing that was a little like just speaking on this topic here, like is I thought like, well, if you're just continually just gonna call me trash and an incel and all like a toxic and masculine, if you're a dude that goes to the gym, like you're being toxically masculine. I just thought like maybe that was a thing that was pushing people being like, yo, fuck these people, dog. Fuck this leftist fucking bullshit of being like you can't, if I don't come up to you, like there's no reason why you should even be looking my way if I'm attractive or like if I'm doing something absolutely outrageous, like filming myself in the gym, in a public gym, and you're doing something outrageous, and then you catch a glimpse of me looking over towards your camera. I don't know. I just thought maybe that had
I mean, it might have. I feel like those people were already. See, but no. I feel like those people are the kind of the people I'm talking about. Like the not uneducated, but by this whole like uneducated. I dropped out after high school. And like, I just don't like this rhetoric. Again, not to mean I won't vote Democrat for the next person, and the next Democrat isn't doing any of this. Very well could vote Dem, but if this is what Kamala is running on, and this is the things that, yeah, I don't.
Yeah, it's just not. It just happens to not.
I don't
not
want
with what
boys and girls sports. I don't want. You know, it's just like, hey, if you stand on any other policies, though, bro, I'm with you. But if these are the two choices, I gotta go Trump. Or Chase Oliver or fucking what's it called? I did think it was weird that JFK Jr. or RFK Jr. was on some ballots, even though he's on Trump's cabinet.
Yeah, I thought that was weird too, because like I still saw him getting votes.
Yeah,
and I was like,
"How is this?"
I mean, didn't you drop out?
Yeah,
how are you on here?
Yeah, I was confused.
And it wasn't like he just dropped out like a week before. Like,
yeah, it's been a while.
And all these things like it happened a while ago. So
yeah, I don't know. That
interesting, very interesting on that.
That was definitely odd to
me. So then there was another more towards like the 4B and
what is 4B?
So 4B is no sex. Like the B's are words in Korean. It started in South Korea. So the big thing in South Korea was for women to get married and have kids.
Right.
So they started feeling undervalued and that they didn't really mean much in South Korea. So then they banded together and wanted to be like, oh, we don't fuck guys anymore. We're not having kids. So the 4 no's, which is basically the B's are no words.
Okay.
So the 4 no's are like no sex, no marriage, no kids, and I don't know what the last one is.
Well, the kid
or dating.
The no kids thing kind of goes hand in hand with the no sex. I mean, you can't have a kid.
Yeah, but then like it's crazy that every chick that's showing out the no B, like the way this is the no B's that we're now on, is also like, okay, rule number 1, girls, we all need to go out and get all this plan B and all the IUDs and all of your birth control that you can get. I'm like, well, hold on. First of all, why are you all just addicted to getting rawed out? First and foremost, why are you so addicted to getting rawed out? I understand that girls like being rawed out and like to get cummed in. You guys are just so addicted to getting cummed in, you just can't figure out anything else.
It might be hyperbolicness of the no abortion or this
the idea that they're going to take away they're going to ban abortions.
Right. So it's, let me get all of this while you can before it's taken away. So that way you have it. And if you ever do get raped, you won't have to worry about the pregnancy type shit. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, I mean, I guess they're maybe thinking about that. Because at first I didn't know that they were just if you are married, you got to get divorced too.
Yeah, great.
So
I did see my coworker Amanda. She had brought that up about these women are talking about using protection and all this shit, and she was like, "Good, all you bitches out here fucking raw."
That was immediately my first reaction.
That is
I was
crazy.
Like, why are y'all just getting? Why are y'all
contraception now?
Yeah, why are you all just so addicted to just getting rawed and cummed in? It's like, Jesus Christ. And these are all like every chick that's doing this is a solid 4. Like, it's crazy. So they want like to get like multiple forms of identification. Because apparently I think it all has to do with the Project 2025. Gonna make voting harder because, which I don't understand the argument about with the ID voting.
That's what I brought up ID voting and I didn't even realize I brought it up. I had just made this point and Amanda was like, yeah, that's ID voting. I was like, wait, what? Why are people against this? This just makes common sense to me.
Yeah,
what the fuck
it
are we
doesn't make
talking
sense.
about?
Like, so, I guess the fear is that like you're going to be required to have 2 forms of identification.
No, the liberals, I want to say it's the Democrats, don't back it because they say Black people can't afford IDs or can't get IDs.
Let's just give everybody IDs.
That's what I thought in my brain. Everybody just gets a fucking that letter in the mail. Here you go. Here's your fucking voter ID card. But what do I know? But yeah, no, it's the Democrats being racist. But not by trying not to be racist or thinking that they're not racist, but it's racist.
Yeah, that seems absolutely insane.
Black
like most
people
of, I
can't
mean,
get an ID. Like, dog, if you made voting ID a thing, Black people would find a way to get a fucking voter card. Like,
yeah, I'm sure somebody would be making bread printing voter cards.
No, I'm saying like I'm sure cities would get buses together to like it. Voting is so important in the Black community. You see it, Black people, big dream. They would bus old people.
Yeah, but then it's crazy because like after an election, I always hear it's like, oh, the Black community did not show up to vote this year.
Well, that's because they didn't show up to vote for the candidate that they wanted. We showed up.
Yeah.
Showed up for the other guy. That was the thing.
Nuts.
Just more of us showed up for the Republic. Same with the Latinos.
It's just like it baffled me to like it baffles me to people for like to see the people that like didn't see this coming at all. Like the ones who just had like the Hillary, like we got it in the bag kind of
type shit
mentality of like, oh yeah, we're winning. Like there's no way that they would vote against us. Speaking of that, I don't know. Oh, never mind. Yeah, I do know. I did know where those. I was gonna sing my vape, but like they were completely dumbfounded. Like I can't believe that you guys voted for him. Like I don't think that anyone. And then they're like, this is a real tell of your morals and character.
Yeah,
I'm gonna tell you right now, humans don't give a flying fuck about morals if they can't get if their life is negatively affected.
Right. Like also like,
and it's also not like the human race has never been on a morals code. Look at the pyramids; they weren't built very morally.
what also I don't understand is like cool. You don't like Trump. Got it. Fine. But you're willing to go to Kamala over one issue, which let's say abortion.
Single.
You know, and it's like you might agree with Trump on everything, but you don't like him. And you're like, well, I like Kamala. I don't like anything that Kamala says, but I do like she likes abortion on my side, so I'll vote for her. Like, nigga, what? Like that one thing is going to.
That is a lot of like a way that a lot of people do vote. The single issue of voters.
It's insane to me how you're just like, yeah, fuck everything else. We could be in change, but as long as Tommy can go compete with the girls, it's fine. What? Like,
yeah, that's wild.
You don't care. Hey, do you care about how much your food's gonna cost? Like,
there's a couple things you got to make a sacrifices on. Like, okay, like I might have to work 7 different jobs, but as long as Tommy can be Sally and beat all of the girls up in the boxing ring, then I'm fine.
I just don't understand.
It does blow my mind for some of that. And then like people are like, well, I don't understand it just dumbfounds me that like you are so out of touch with like people. Like I assume that like almost everybody who's posting up these videos like of being like, how could you do that? I'm sure that they seem pretty well off. Like they're even in today's world, they're not really unencumbered by prices of things, and
no, I believe
they might still be, but like I guess the women's rights issue seems more important to them.
But the thing is, they're also, you gotta think like these are like single women, single apartments, fucking living bare minimum with a cat.
Yeah, and they're happy. They're cool. They still get their
expenses.
They get their little fucking creamer for their coffee.
Yeah, they got some plants.
Sip. Yeah, they get the plants. That's fine.
It's like a regular Chelsea handler. Like, oh, I'm just living my life. You're good.
Yeah, you have the leisure to like want to fix other problems that like aren't economic based, and like if you get more money, it's like, oh, whoop-de-doo. It's not like, yo, I need this money.
Right. Like you're living below your means.
You're really, you got a luxury. You're going through like first world issues, luxury issues you're dealing with. So, which just tends to be a little bit more of a backpedal than the women's right thing and abortion. And also, do you think the outrage of the women's right thing of like the abortion is like more that they just don't want to be taken away than they want to like do abortions or have abortions done to them?
So I think it's a little bit of both. I think
it's more of them just want them to just still want the option.
I think it's I think they want the option, which is fine. Cool, I'm all about the option. But they also don't want men giving them the option. Or taking
so would it make it easier if Kamala was to say, yo, we're getting rid of abortion?
Yes and no. See, they don't even want us voting on the topic. Like, we should all have separate ballots, even though gender's neutral nowadays. And
it takes two to tango.
But yeah, they don't think anybody that identifies as a man should even have a say in it, and it should only be women.
Yeah, I find that to be bullshit.
But even then,
I understand why they do that, but it's also, I find that the answer to be, or I find that line of thinking to be complete bullshit.
No, I love it because I'm like, in your brain, you think all women are a monolith, and you think that if you have only women vote on this, it's only going to go your way.
Oh, yeah, and then you know that it's not going to go that way.
It could easily go against you, and then who are you mad at? You're mad at the women, and you're then going to be mad at men for not speaking up.
Yeah. Why didn't you say anything about this?
Right.
Like, well, you told me not to.
And were you mad at men when men made the rule for abortion? When men ruled on Roe v. Wade to make it what it was, were you mad at men then? Or were you champion men? Because we had that opinion. It was our choice.
Yeah, we made that rule.
We could revert it. Hey, guess what? We could revert it back, and we did.
Well, actually, a group of people did, and one of those I think was a woman still at the time.
Yes,
I
it
think
was.
Ruth
Yep.
was still alive when that got overturned.
Ruth was there, and
so-
so was the other person. The one, there was another chick there.
yeah, the brown hair chick.
Yeah. That's the thing. I was like, yo, not. Oh boy.
Do you know that the child in question for the case of Roe v. Wade is alive?
Yes, and they have no opinion on abortion.
Yeah, they have no
They don't-
opinion
they
on
don't care.
abortion, and they didn't know that they were the
Yeah.
child of the abortion until like they were like 16 or
Yeah.
17 years old. Because her mom went on a talk show,
Mm-hmm.
which is that's a wild way to learn.
I
Like,
mean,
oh, you were planning on just Xing me out? That's cool. Good looks. Yeah, I mean, I think that like for the whole thing with the abortion thing, it's like, all right, if y'all want to be like lessening the population of keeping dumb people from having kids, I'm cool with that. Get them out of here. But also, the one thing that I have a problem with is like I don't like the fact that this conversation is just like this is just a one party conversation.
yeah.
You didn't get like how many lesbians are just naturally just having kids?
Yeah, I
They're not.
I brought that topic up, and it was like, well, it's actually only like 3 pumps, maybe a good 3 minutes, and then we do it, so it's not even
You chose to have that 3 pumps put into you.
right. And it's like, fam, like,
And as much as you don't want to accept it, it's still that person's half of that person's DNA that
right.
is growing that
And
thing.
I do have a say because when you have the baby and you're fucked up and going through, who's going to be taking care of it? Me.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Or if
so-
if I choose to not want to be part of its life, then you get to take me to court and take my money, make me like legally liable
Which is nuts.
which is also wild. Like, okay. Like we that's why I think it's crazy. It's like, I think there needs to be some sort of agreement on this between both parties.
Well,
before-
no, it can't be because it's not even the parties. It is the parties, but it's the super religious. It's the religious people who are like the Christians who are like, no, you can't. Abortion.
Yeah, because it is murder.
But then also, which I didn't even think about until like this election. Even if we were to legalize abortion, how late?
Well, that's always the conversation. I think
Right.
that's a never
And
ending.
that would be the thing. So it's like, oh wait, like the ones that are like, oh, there's no term, we can do whatever. Oh, so you're
You talk about to the way like it's fully formed here. It's
right.
just
So it's
barely
like, hold on,
the
lady
cusp.
that supports
Yeah.
abortion. You're fine with murdering a 9-month-old child? Because that's what's going to happen here. We're not talking about a little cell
Yeah.
anymore. We're talking about a fucking child that could.
And that's always been that's always been the argument with Roe v. Wade is that it was one. I don't think it was ethical that like it came to that decision that it made abortion completely just legal for women. And then also it didn't give terms on how late or how far
right.
into like ethically like, okay, now when does this become
A human.
human? So
But
and
you know,
it's-
I think the best way to solve all this, which I've said it before, say it again. Take out everybody's reproductive systems and just put everything via tube. And you two want to have a baby? Cool. Your sperm's over in this tank, your eggs are over here. We're gonna put them in a vial, spin it together. We'll call you in 9 months.
I mean, in the future, I don't even think you would actually really need that. I think you would have all synthetic forms of that, and you just take a little bit of a scratch of their scalp, and just that you get their DNA, mix them together in the fucking spinnerator, and throw it in the
Well, the
fucking.
thing is, I want to take away
Shit.
the reproductive organs because, well, not the organs, but the stuff that makes it, because then you're getting like that's the only way to get rid of the option for abortion. Humans cannot have children naturally anymore. It is going to be via this. And if like that would be the only thing.
So we're getting rid of
Natural born children.
male and female genders.
No, you're just getting rid of. You can still be a man.
You're just getting rid of the genitalia.
No, you're gonna get a vasectomy, at the age of 6. Like, you're never going to go through puberty to where your balls drop and you produce semen. Is what I'm saying.
So
Women
that's
are
a
never
problem.
gonna.
That's a problem.
Why is that a problem? Dr. Drew says it's not a problem. He said
That
it's so fun.
if you were to remove the man's testicles before the age of
You know
puberty,
you know what I mean. Like
I can see it if if the person was like fully developed, then okay. Because
I would say just take all the eggs out of the women, but I know that'd be sexist. So I just gotta throw the dudes in it. But like I don't know how you can just genetically, scientifically take out just the sperm of the nuts and not remove
and
it.
I'd remove the okay. So you're just talking about like just removing like what
Or just a
would
snip.
make
We're
them-
just gonna snip every fucking kid at a certain age.
Yeah, the problem with that is that like okay, so the certain age would be like okay, it's they fully develop because like the problem is that the testicles or the genitalia of both groups here are producing the hormones which then help them develop into the way that they develop. So
I don't
unless you were to synthetically, if you were to
wait,
alter
I
that,
don't think a period every time it like I don't think that's producing hormones that changes the girl.
no, but the ovaries and the uterus itself, I'm pretty sure, creates estrogen for them.
Sure, and I'm not talking about getting rid of it. I just want to get rid of the eggs. Everything else in your body is going to be the same. You just aren't going to have working.
Yeah, I thought you were just saying like, I can't say just the eggs because then it would make it sexist. So
But no,
then you
I'm saying
said
just
all
just,
of the reproductive
just
organs.
just for the women, just eggs. Men, just sperm. Obviously, that's what we have.
Oh well, yeah. If you live
I
in a
was
perfect world,
I was saying in a perfect world, I would just
take everything off of them.
no. In a perfect world, I would just pass a bill that says all girls have to get their eggs removed. But I know that would cause pushback for our politician. So to stop that, here we're going to do both. I just can't I don't know me scientifically how to be like, oh yeah, we're actually gonna. I don't know. There might be a way, but whatever that way is, that's what I'm saying. Everybody can still keep their dicks and their balls.
Oh, okay.
Slap all that shit.
Dude, I was
You just
totally
can't
picturing you were just Barbie dolling everybody.
No. You just can't reproduce naturally. You can try to have all the sex you
that's
want,
crazy.
but when you nut, there's not going to be any.
So wait,
sperm
are they
in
going
it.
to put? Are they going to put? Like, is the baby developing in the test tube? Like, it's not going back into the uterus, right?
No. Like I said, we'll call you in 9 months.
Then what do we need? What does she need the uterus for?
I don't know. She don't have to keep it if she don't want to. But I'm saying part of my thing is I'm not trying to mutilate kids.
So then why we're not mutilating them? We're just taking those portions off.
To mutilate a child. That's the same argument.
It would still have a pussy.
It's the same thing as a fucking circumcision. Dudes out here, I was mutilated as a kid. Hey, bud, we don't have to do
Oh,
any of
dude,
that.
people be crying all the time, dude.
That's
Nobody wants all that extra bullshit skin.
Honestly, to avoid
They'd be lying. They'd be like, oh, they would be so much more sensitive. No. No. You ain't got the hygiene to be cleaning underneath all that fucking skin anyways, dog.
Yo, honestly, I just think you're fucking yourself. Like I don't know.
Like if you're uncircumcised,
yeah, because like
it's gay.
no, I mean,
You're
maybe.
saying all uncut guys are gay.
No. I didn't think it was be meant more like masturbation.
But if you're masturbating with somebody else's help, that's gay.
What?
That's gay.
Wait, what?
If you have a full able body to have sex with, but you're going to sit here and masturbate your whole time, that's gay.
No, you're not masturbating.
You just said you were.
It's like is what I'm saying. You're saying it's gay, and I'm like, no, it's like masturbating.
Well, I mean, if the skin
Equivalent.
if the skin is still going forward and then going back, then technically they're just jerking off inside chicks.
Well, I mean, that's all we're all that's all of us. That's all we're doing.
No, because you don't have that extra hood, so like it's not like you're throwing the hoodie on as it's coming back, you know.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
So like it's just in her just jerking off.
Yes, I see what you're saying.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
I'm
that's
jerking
gay.
myself off the inside.
That's gay, dog. You ain't in the walls. I stand by it. Dude with uncircumcised dicks inside chicks is gay.
Yeah, that's fucking hilarious. Oh my god.
Now, how do you feel about RFK being the health bull, Secretary of Health?
I don't trust it because I don't trust government politicians. My coworker Amanda loves it. He's like, it's gonna get rid of all the poisons and it's gonna work with Elon. I'm like, I could just see them working together to spin the planet or to spin America like this is healthy. There's really nanobots in it.
They're gonna make Dana White Secretary of Entertainment. Which would be kind of fire.
You know how crazy that'd be if Dana White is somehow.
Some part of the cabinet.
See, honestly, I wouldn't want to be part of Trump's cabinet, not the first cabinet, because I saw how the first cabinet went 8 years ago, and all the bitch ass niggas got fired and talk shit on.
Well, he says that he didn't know like any of those people anyways. He was just like, he got like the party gave them to him. So, because he didn't know what the fuck he was doing. So, that's why he says he ended up getting them firing them. But like, I mean, I don't know how true that is.
As powerful as Trump is, and as rich as he is, and the circles that he's in, he was donating to the Clintons. He was donating to all these people. He knows.
I still think that's a lot different. Like giving money to, like, you might be, if you're the man in the box giving money to Patrick Mahomes, like, I don't think you can still get out on the field and play ball.
No, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, to your point of him allegedly, I didn't know any of these people. They were pointed to me because I didn't know what I was doing.
I don't know if that's how that happened. I don't think he just didn't know what the people who were needed to be put in those positions, like what their jobs entailed. So I don't think he was just able to put the right people.
He knew Steve Bannon. That was his man. And he said, fuck out of here. Who was the other one? There was a couple that were his people. The old girl from Apprentice hired her. Get the fuck out. He knew all of them. Maybe one.
Yeah, might have thought they were pretty good for the job, but then just turned out they weren't. I don't know.
Again, you're right. I don't want to be part of the first one because the first team is never the right team, apparently, for Trump. So far, not a good track record with the first. Second team seems to be working out. Call me when you're.
We don't know what the second team's looking like. He's only appointed one person as the this lady Susie as the chief of staff.
No, he got RFK. RFK is going to be the something to energy.
That's not 100%. Unless he put that out today.
Oh, I thought that was. I thought like Tulsi Gabbard's on his cap is going to be on his cabinet.
That's not on there either yet. 9 hours ago, who's in frame to join the new team?
That was just the election team.
Chief of staff is Susie Wiles, who's the lady that did. No personnel decision. Department of Justice.
Well, then that makes me feel good because I don't necessarily want Elon or Adrian to do anything.
So I'm not seeing a name here for the Attorney General or Homeland Security. They said Tom Homan is the former acting director of Immigration and Customs and stands out to me the most likely pick. Then he might choose Marco Rubio for Secretary of State.
Mm-hmm.
Intelligence National Security posts saying a dude named Kash Patel.
I hope Vivek's on his team. I like Vivek.
Mike Pompeo, Defense Secretary. UN Ambassador Elise Stefanik. Treasury Secretary Robert Lighthouser. Commerce Secretary Linda McCannon. And these are just,
Potential candidates.
yeah, these are just the big names floating around, I guess. Interior Secretary Kirsty Nome. Who was passed over to be Trump's running mate over a bizarre admission that she killed her pet dog.
Oh, that chick.
What? Energy Secretary Doug Berman. Press Secretary Caroline Levitt. RFK is known for his environment. Trump adds ex-Democrats Gabbard and RFK Jr. to transition team. So
All right. So yeah, they should be part of
it could potentially influence the RFK could potentially influence the Health and Human Services Department, Agriculture Department, the Environmental Protection Agency, and the FDA.
Yeah.
So which wouldn't be too bad. And then Elon. Department of Government Efficiency. Oh my God, I didn't even realize that. The Department of Government Efficiency, the acronym for that is DOGE.
Jesus fucking Christ.
To the moon.
Jesus fucking Christ. Oh my God. Once those retards figure that out, holy shit.
This is the would-be agency acronym DOGE is a playful reference to a meme coin cryptocurrency Musk has previously promoted. Oh man, that'd be so sick. Bro, if he got Doge to $1,
$1 shit.
First fucking rule. What am I doing? I'm getting Doge to $1. We're gonna cut down a whole bunch of extra government waste jobs, and we're gonna put Doge to the moon. Yeah, I think Elon's job supposedly is to be like to cut out, like to see where the government can cut down on personnel.
Yeah.
And
how many
to
people can
make
we
it more
fire and
fun.
still be okay?
Yeah, because that's what he did with Twitter. So I think like 70% of the workforce, I think.
But the country running a country versus running X efficiency as far as people, I just don't know if Elon understands.
Supposedly part of that plan too is like whoever gets the axe is getting a 2-year severance package.
Yeah, I heard that.
So he's not like just hanging them out left to dry. I was watching Flagrant and they were talking about it, and Akash was like, 2 years?
Yeah.
2
That's
years?
what it is about. Yeah, Flagrant.
They need 2 years to find another job. So
I'm fucking with Flagrant again.
yeah. Recently, these last couple episodes have been pretty good. Before I hopped on here, I was listening to the Brilliant Idiots episode.
I did like the one bull with the black bull on that episode after the election. I liked him. I could feel his saltiness through my phone. Every time he spoke, he was just upset.
Mark Cuban.
Yeah, they're telling him to get out.
Oh yeah, dude.
He was like, "Oh,
Absolutely.
get out, sell your fucking team, get out."
Damn, when did he have Trump on? A little while ago, huh?
About 3 weeks ago.
They removed the episode?
Maybe. Might have just been a fucking thing for the election. Yeah, it's just on their Patreon.
The Dems, Trump survives and Kamala is Dems Hawk Tua? No, because David Smith was on there. Hey, here it is 4 weeks ago. How is this not showing up?
That was a month ago already? Damn.
Yeah. That's so weird. No, it was there, but I was looking for this one after him. I don't see the black guy that they had on after him.
Black guy.
I didn't know what you said.
Yeah, the black guy that's on the show, though.
Oh, Al.
Yeah.
Yeah, the guy who runs or is on the show, but is the producer of the show.
He was on that. He was on that episode.
Yeah, supposedly he got a whole bunch of fucking death threats and all types of shit on
After that
fucking
episode?
Twitter. Yeah, after that episode. Because he's always been like the I guess the black representation on the show. So
He was super salty.
I listened to the Trump interview. I mean, he had a pretty good fucking slew of people. We need 50 on a fucking interview. I need a podcast with 50.
A podcast with 50?
Yeah, man. I need 50 Cent to give us a good podcast. Dude, 50's the
episode
man.
or a podcast?
Not a whole podcast. Yeah, I just need an
okay.
episode of a podcast with 50.
Got you. Okay.
Yeah, I don't need 50 on there every day. I mean, unless he's just on there talking about absolutely insane things that he's just normally doing throughout the day. Like clowning on Diddy or don't like I don't even know what 50's up to right now. What is he doing now?
He's producing the Diddy documentary film. He's fucking got some other shows. Producing shit.
I think the last video I saw of him was like right after Trump was announced.
Mm-hmm.
He was doing a concert and pulled up like the album art cover of the album for Many Men. Started rapping Many Men and they put Trump's face on 50's body.
Yeah.
So, and then he put up a picture of like him and Trump. Yeah, I don't care how the fight goes. I'm leaving with the winner. Shit. I don't know what's going on. Congrats. Oh man. Yo, man, Dame Dash. But all right, that's late enough. All right, brother.
Yeah.
God bless. Thanks.
Yeah.
Let's go for another 4 years. Let's see how crazy this shit gets. How long do you think we are from Skynet, though?
A little bit.
You think it's a little bit?
Yeah.
How long? Like, do you think it would be like a lifetime with robots before they become self-aware and start taking us out?
Yeah, it'll be a while.
What do you think about the Tesla robots being controlled by others? And do you think there's going to be a corporation that buys those things for evil and just makes them go around with a 1-900 number caller girls controlling them, going to dudes' houses to jerk them off?
Oh, that's happening.
I thought about that idea today at work. I was like, bro, you get a bunch of people with those fucking robots, bro. It just walks up to your door.
Yeah.
It just puts on like a hologram of some chick that you choose online or whatever fucking weird furry animal skin you want to give it.
Bro, you see Lamar Odom's sex doll that he ordered?
No. Where do I see this?
Instagram. I
Whose
think it's-
page?
I think Axe.
Axe?
I think Academics. No, it's not Axe.
It's not Grandy?
It might be Grandy. Yeah, it's on Grandy.
Of course. $8,000.
It doesn't look like Chloe, at least to me.
No, not at all.
But like, you see the way this nigga grabbing on this joint, like making sure, like,
Yeah, I mean, for $8,000, it's gonna be have some titties, I guess.
no, but it's the way he feeling them Jones already. Like, just like the way he go up and down this nigga's leg and shit, touch the, like, bro, what is you? He's a wild nigga, like, but yeah, I definitely believe
And he's also having someone record him that he's unboxing this John is wild.
that part. But yeah, no, I definitely think like if niggas is doing that type shit, getting $8,000 Jones shipped in a crate, yeah, bro.
I think I've seen. Damn, he's up here touching the feet. He's
Yeah,
inspecting the toes.
Yeah, this a freaky ass nigga, yo.
No.
Couldn't imagine. But how long you think before they gonna have the first protest? Actually, how you think January 6th gonna go?
I don't think it's gonna like because you know what else is crazy? Like I saw a video by Channel 5. Like they were at Washington, DC,
Mhm.
like the day of the election,
Right.
and it was nothing like 2020. Like there wasn't nobody outside. Like there was some religious folk out there like protesting, like just well, not
You
even
think,
like
you think
protesting.
January
Just
6th gonna be calm?
I mean the Biden and Kamala have both been pushing for the peaceful transfer of power, and also I just don't think that the Dem bulls really have it in them to do anything about it. But
I mean,
I don't think they're gonna. I don't think. I think for them
you
to
know
still,
this man was shot at, right?
yeah,
He wasn't
But-
president. He was running, and they tried to shoot this nigga in his face.
yeah, but I
He
don't
wasn't.
think like the actual Dems had to do that. I think that had more to do with like big corp shit. It was like both of the temps that like both have like very weird corporate and like media backgrounds.
So again, you don't think that anything could happen?
I'm not saying that. I was talking
Like
about
that
just
same
a riot,
that
like
same,
January 6th, like
Oh.
taking over the Capitol,
Oh,
like
yeah.
them rushing it. I don't see
Okay.
them doing that.
Okay.
You're muted, but also I don't know.
Gotcha.
'Cause I want to say like maybe they would do it the 7th, or
The
like
7th.
maybe the 15th. But they're doing something else too, because there was another story. I don't know if you've seen it, but there's apparently one of Trump's like donors and like a guy that spoke at his rally that like they just raided his house yesterday or like
Oh,
2 days
shit.
ago. This bull named Alfie. And they like the feds like took a computer out of his house.
Hmm.
So like all the fucking the girls and the Dems and the fucking shaved head weirdos are all like, there's a chance. There's a chance. So
Chance
yeah.
what?
Well, they're saying like, oh well, Kamala just like disappeared after, and then they're like, well, she's a prosecutor. She must be doing something. She must be up to something. And it's like, this dude Alfie's house got raided, so they're like, oh, they might be trying to impeach and get rid of Trump again.
Oh, I see.
So because like the case in New York is going to get thrown out, and yeah, I don't. We'll see what that amounts to. If it doesn't turn into some Diddy shenanigans, maybe.
Right.
I don't know. Like they're saying, like Kamala disappeared like went off real quick, didn't really fight about it. So they think that like the Dems are
Gonna challenge the election.
going to challenge it by saying that there was interference somewhere or fraud somewhere or some donors were doing some things that they shouldn't have been doing.
What?
So-
Election fraud? Not in America.
And it's not looking too great considering the fact that 11 million votes are still missing.
No, they said that couldn't happen. They just told us 4 years ago election fraud is not a thing. Tampering's not a thing.
Yeah, it is very weird,
Just told
right?
us that.
Isn't that just so weird?
So no,
So, like when it doesn't work for you, it's like,
Chucky.
that's totally real. Yeah, but we'll see what's going on with that.
I tell you what. Well, I just seen the thing that Nancy Pelosi's out here shitting on Biden, talking about
Damn, you just censored yourself.
he waited too long. You know, we told him he should get out sooner so that way give Kamala a better chance. I was like, lady, you lying. Months ago, y'all all were saying he was fine after the debate, leading up to the debate. Now he's good.
That is why I love the concept of Biden being super mad at the Dems,
right?
Of being like a lifelong Democrat, like in the House, in the rooms, and then y'all turned on him because he had a bad debate night.
Him and Bernie,
and then he comes out
together and write a book.
Well, Bernie's never gonna Well, they could write a book, but like they're never doing anything in the fucking.
No. They just write a book on the bullshit that happened behind the scenes of in the DNC when they both were around.
Did you see both their commencement speeches or like whatever Biden and Harris's?
I didn't know Biden did one.
Yeah, Biden did one. He said that he called Trump and.
Oh, I saw that.
That speech.
That. Oh, okay. Yeah, I saw that.
Every comment that was under that video was like, "This motherfucker now decides to get locked in." Like, this is the most eloquent and the best speech he's ever had.
Yeah, he looked good. Pause.
Yeah, he looked different too, didn't he?
Oh, I don't know. To me, he just looked healthy.
Yeah, I thought he looked kind of different. Like, not a clone, maybe.
No, he just looked good. He looked healthy. He looked happy. Like, there was definitely a different aura about him.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
No.
I was like, yeah, maybe that's just weight off his shoulders. Just got all the fog out of his brain. Maybe the fucking Adderall just kicked in a little extra hard that day. The same thing when I was thinking about like Kamala's speech. I was like, this is the best speech you've ever given.
See, I didn't hear her shit.
It was
on YouTube.
It was one of those things where I'll let you listen to it and you can grab your own things from it. But I was just like, oh, it was weird. I mean, not really. I mean, you guys are lifelong politics, but it's just like you couldn't figure out how to do this or like gauge this emotion out of people before without getting into like weird and like doing weird things like changing your accent or saying different messages in different places. So, seems weird to me. But
it is very weird.
All right. Well, this beer's done. So I'm now going to get out of here because it's 3:00 in the morning. So
it is. All right.
Roll you up another one of them slugs you got over there and fucking head to bed.
Do a dab, make some popcorn. I'll be up to about 5.
All right, Buck. Well, everybody. It has been a night. It has been a week.
It has been a week.
God bless you. Trump Dog 2024.
Godspeed. Oh, black people. If we are going to be back in chains, let's get them shiny. Let's get some none of that black bullshit that our ancestors had. Big blocky shit. No, let's get some fire out here. At least that's what I want. You know, maybe get a laser engraving. You know.
Now you're talking my language.
See?
And then we can also lay, well, like after we're done with it with all your chains, we can use it for all your blunts.
I don't think slaves can smoke, but hey, we can.
In this day and age, you can.
That'd be fire.
Absolutely. We're gonna medically allow all drugs. If there's slaves, there's gonna be all drugs.
There better be, boy, I tell you. Be a long plantation ship for me.
I mean, it only makes sense for efficiency. Why would you need to sleep for days? Meth.
I don't want some meth. Just let me get them sticky. Vape pen. Some vape pen.
And some coke. Man, what's the point of coke if I can just give you meth?
Yeah,
just sprinkle it in a little bit. You be all right.
Yeah, I could.
You gonna have that plantation looking spiffy.
I definitely could. That'd be fire. Doing coke on a plantation.
Modern day Django.
That'd be fire. That'd be fire.
All right, Buck. Well, I'll talk to you next week.
All right, yeah.
Please, I don't really know what to do here because we usually play the song. I didn't make an outro. We could do an outro. So
a little something. Go ahead, man. Break it down.
When you really break it down,
We're just two honks and a Negro serving the Lord. We're just two honks and a